secrets, trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
From author Brian K. Morris comes an epic tale of armor forged by a god, a hero forged by courage, and an ancient menace poised to re-emerge and threaten our world. Volcana, Rebirth of the Champion, is available on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
The original intention of the film was just for my personal use, but I thought with it being such a unique thing that I'd like to offer it to anybody who wants to see it. On the first visit, Jack took us into his another room, separate room, and there were these brown parcels full of artwork piled up, and he said to me, "You draw like I do." We were in the studio for 5 hours, you know, it was fantastic, and there's this, he's got this desk, and everything he's ever drawn has come from this desk, and then I would just go with the flow, and that's what this film is about. It's just a unique film of him.
He says, "I beat you." He says, "They say we came in under the dead heat." He says, "That's not true because I beat you." And the American said, "Well," he says, "if you like to think so," he says, "but I know the real story." He says, I know I clearly won that one." See? Well, Joe is 6'3", and I was a run, say, from the Lower East Side. And being Joe's partner was an advantage to me because Joe was believable, you know, they would talk to Joe, and the Goodman brothers would get to know him. Martin Goodman owned Marvel at that time. He went to his mother and he says, "Look, Jackie got a job drawing." He says, "They're paying him for it, they're paying him money for drawing." He says, "Suppose I go with Jackie." He says, "And he says, they'll pay me money." He says, "I'll draw and they'll pay me money." He said, "I'll give the money to you," which we did. We gave it all to our mothers. They called me from Nassau. You know, I lived in Long Island. And they say, "Would you like to come down and draw these guys in training?" I swear, this is not a story. And I said, "Yes, of course, I'd love to come down." And
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm. Condemned Courier. The Yerushalayim series. And Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kepp at CKOEPP.com today.
Now, you might want to take another look at this next one, because things are changing over there.
The Comics-Related Madness presents Enter the Cromniverse, an anthology featuring a little green dude with a bat.
Yeah, listen, it's me, Crom, the world's first real-life internet troll. So there's a whole gang of creators making an anthology starring yours truly. We're talking 15 creators, 13 stories, another 8 folks creating merchandise, all for your entertainment. Indiegogo is the place you want to go to back this glorious project. This anthology features my lovable self crossing over in today's best independent comic books and graphic novels, causing chaos everywhere I go. In addition, we're going to be offering custom painted shoes, black light tapestries, sketch cards, alternate covers, adorable crocheted mini-me's, original art, and sculptures.
Anyway, back at today, only on Indiegogo.
Nothing unusual about a 4 a.m. call to a back alley in downtown Kenton. A young woman lying pristine and unmarked on the cold, hard ground. I get to work quickly, but there's not much to go on here. No marks of any kind, no signs of struggle, just a dead Vic in the middle of an alley. And then there's that. Dead body in a dumpster that looks like a grizzly bear has crawled its way out of his stomach.
In a world ravaged by monsters, a new evil has risen, poisoning the land and threatening humanity. Now, the Monster Matador, along with the meanest and baddest kaiju killers, have joined forces to kick its ass. Monster Matador, Afropocalypse.
Yo, what's happening? You know what's up. You know why we're here. And as always, I'm joined with some kind of awesome person hanging out with me no matter what show we're doing. Today, we got this guy.
So just sit right down, relax, open your ears real wide and say, give it to me straight, doctor, I can take it.
Kick the chops out from under the wheels. Flaps up. No offense, Margaret. Contact. We're off. Rum, rum.
Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
Oh, what heights will hit. On with the show. This is it.
What's up, baby?
What's happening? We are going to be joined early today by somebody who really has something they want to talk about. He is the artist of this beautiful print right here. You guys know him. You love him. It's Simon Pothier.
What's up, Sam?
Hello.
How's that for an introduction?
That was sweet. That was right on point.
Hail, chat.
That's right.
Let me just adjust the volume here.
Oh, am I too loud?
No. You're a bit too low for me because I plugged in my my wireless, so I just have to adjust the sound. There you go.
Usually I'm the one that's too loud. Vengeance is here. What's up, Chris?
What's up, Chris?
What's up?
Odin Dasco. Look, we got it going on now. Chat's blowing up. Look, we got something to talk about today. Some people fucking with my friends again, man. What's up with that?
I don't know. I got a nice little surprise this morning, and I'll start by saying this: no matter who the fuck did it, that it'd be like I said, someone. Okay, so that it doesn't matter if it's somebody from the Indiegogo crew or somebody that flagged it. When I got the email, the opening email, because it works, but like you have like the email plus another link type of thing. Right. So the first one was, this email has been sent. I've been sent to let you know that a ticket has been created with the Indiegogo team. Then I get the rest that I shared. And no matter what it is, you have to admit that everything's censored, and they had to go pick like a fraction of a fucking second. Like, you've seen that video. It's not even there for a fucking second.
Yeah.
It just passes.
But do you remember, Sim,
and at the last minute? And at the last minute?
Oh, yeah, well,
right,
of course.
Right. Yeah.
It's always going to be at the last minute, Sim. You know that.
Sim, break it down for our chat that do not know the story, who might not know.
Tell everybody what's happening.
Well, technically, it's my campaign was going in demand. Like, we've done the 2 months of funding, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, but I'm pretty legit on my campaign. Everything's censored. But it just happened that there was a fraction of a second in the original video that I had that's on my YouTube. There's a fraction of a second where you see the image of Loani with the butt pic that was just passing by. And I'm sorry, it's a classy fucking butt pic. It's not porn, it's not nothing. It's classic. It's like, it's no better than fucking David, right? Or Venus de Malo or whatever fucking thing. It's just a fucking butt shot. It's a beautiful butt shot of a girl in a waterfall.
But it's not even on the campaign page, is it?
No, it was, but it was censored.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
it's not on the campaign. It's on a fucking video, YouTube video.
Anybody who's read any of Sim's books knows that there's far from porn.
Yeah.
There's no basically,
there might be some innuendo and shit like that, but there ain't no fucking come on, man.
Some shithead turned in a ticket against my man's campaign just when he was going in demand.
And now there's people saying that it's just the new team of Indiegogo, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter. That means it's still someone that decided to goddamn flag it for a fucking fraction of a second on a fucking video. So no matter what it is, it's still something that, one, I need to bring to Mike Macker's attention, and two, I think that everybody needs to know.
Yeah, this is some serious bullshit.
Just go to my freaking campaign. I've always censored everything. I'm very careful what I put there. I try not to put too much graphic violence. Okay, with Bloodhound, I would have been nuts. But hey, they didn't even bother. They didn't even bother seeing a guy getting his head exploded in Bloodhunt. But they had a problem with the first campaign when I put tits on it.
And you know, Blood Hunt is like dildos all over the place and shit.
Yeah,
but not all over the place. There's a guy getting killed by a dildo. But yeah, come on, be fair here. There's one shot with a dildo. It's just that everybody remembers it, and it's very memorable.
Yeah.
But now here's my problem.
I'll tell you this too. That scares the shit out of me for my book because there is nothing but gore and some skin in it.
This is my problem though, Sim. It's like they're not transparent about how they regulate. Okay, look, if you want to say you're flagging this, Indiegogo, I'm talking to you. If you're letting just anybody on your team or in the general public flag somebody's campaign, and you don't publicly go out there and show the world why, you're full of shit. Because you show the world why, you know what's going to happen. Everybody's going to tell you you're full of shit. That's why you don't do it.
Censorship.
I believe also sucks. Yeah, and I also believe in transparency. So I'm going to address that thing. And nowhere did I go like, oh, poor me. But I'll tell people something. Sometimes just pay attention to the reaction to some people, and you'll find out who hates you.
Oh yeah.
Very true story there.
Yeah. And to be quite honest, I don't let it bother me.
Yeah.
It's just fucking shitty that that's happening.
Taking it a little to the extreme though. This is the kind of shit that takes food off people's table, and that pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care across the board about that. Cancel culture is bullshit no matter how it's applied. Look, there's nothing wrong with Sim's book.
There's nothing wrong with the clip that was shown, but it wasn't even on the campaign.
No, it wasn't even on. That means somebody had to go out of their way.
But technically, you could say it was because it's the video you linked to it, right? So, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to maybe I should have censored the goddamn video, but still, it's a fraction of a fucking second. And I've seen worse. I've seen way worse. Way worse. Come on, I can pull up 10 campaigns that I know have. I'll say one thing. I may
itty bitty butt.
I may have some nudity in my books, but it's tasteful nudity. Okay,
dude, it's still. We're talking about adult material. Dude ain't trying to sell the shit to kids. Come on, what the fuck?
Anybody go see my fucking campaign. It says, "Tell someone that verse number 2, mature."
There's
a fucking warning. Mature.
Yeah, John, that's cool, except for what grandma was looking over my shoulder at wouldn't sell, bro. I mean, that's a long time ago, 1800s and shit.
I'm not drawing for my granny.
1899.
I'm sorry.
I'm not drawing for my granny.
No,
there's a fucking reason when we invented rating. So fuck censorship. Let's keep up with the rating. There's a reason why there's rating.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
Like there's a reason I put mature there. That means that there's nudity. There's going to be swear words. That it's not for kids. I got kids. Yes. I don't want my. Okay. Now my kids are old. They're all 13 and plus, right? But before I didn't want my kids to read fucking Blood Hunt when they were under 13. Like fuck no.
Listen, my youngest son is 30, and I don't want him to read my book.
You didn't hear my girl in the back. She goes, "Of course not."
Another way not to get flagged, John.
Dude, I used to tell them to get away from my table when I was working on Blood Hunt. I was like, "This scene, you have to get away."
Another way not to get flagged is to not have a bunch of weak-minded fools deciding who gets to promote their book or not.
Yeah, but the thing is, you do have to be careful. I'm sorry, if I didn't think about the fucking video. I didn't think about that one. I censored everything, but that little fucking video, they got me on my little whoops. But I still think it's fucking hilarious. It's pathetic and hilarious.
Did you take that video off the campaign page?
Yeah, I took it off right away. Yeah.
And did you resubmit it and they put it back up? Or what?
No, dude. I just put the other I just left the other video. I put on the one that says the animation one that everybody likes the music there. So I put that one for the moment. I'm probably gonna go do another edit when I'm gonna censor that video, that part. But like I said, the way I see it, I should have thought about it because I kind of gave them a little something there. I didn't think about it. I still think it's fucking stupid.
Yes.
I think it's way stupid. That
And
anybody
they should have told me before. Like, why wait at the end?
Look, if you're looking that close at Simon's, you better be looking that close at all of them.
Well,
Let's see transparency across the board.
My next video
You
for
know,
mine is just going to be the word censored.
It just seems
everywhere.
like it's always seems like it's a personal attack to me. It doesn't seem like it's fucking,
Yeah, there's no way some
you
kind
know.
of algorithm picked that shit up.
At the last minute that they didn't
Somebody
pick it
went
up in the
looking.
beginning.
When I
Okay.
had a warning with Blood Hunt, right? It was directly from the teams. Like the team, it was saying it says we reviewed, we noticed that, right? There was this. It didn't start with there was a ticket started with the thing.
Right.
Right.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. This
And it was
video
something. It was
started
something directly on the campaign, not a fucking second clip on a video.
Yeah.
Listen,
So, I should have thought about it. I should have covered it, maybe, but I still think it's stupid. I covered it. I'm pretty confident it's gonna get resolved. But I'm sorry, I still had to bring it up to everybody's attention because in case it doesn't.
This is my problem, though. This is 60 days. This was on Indiegogo, and nobody said shit. This was a personal attack.
The other
Somebody
problem
did
with
this
it
shit
is
on purpose.
it's not up right now earning my man money.
Somebody did this shit on purpose, man. And that's what I'm talking about. That's some fucking serious bullshit.
Wow, Whitefire says I got refused a post ad on Facebook because I had a zombie head on a stick from Sister Mary, Sister Mercy. Listen, God's honest, true story. I did a video about it. Go over to Christopher Blalock Fine Art. You'll find it. A painting of sunflowers. Facebook called it sexual content and took it down. Sunflowers.
It probably looked too much like a vagina.
It's a fucking flower.
A skeleton head on a stick.
On the little appeal thing from Facebook, it said, what is your rebuttal? And I typed, it's a fucking flower. Well, that didn't go over well because they flagged that as sexual content because I used the F-bomb.
I'm going to keep saying this. We need a promotional platform promoting everybody's direct sales. You guys need to just set up your own .coms. We can still do launch parties. We can still do countdowns. We can still promote it through your production part of your campaign. When you're ready to fucking sell it, we tell everybody we're having a launch party. We're going to be selling Sims books at simonpothier.com this Sunday, blah, 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 whatever, and just promote it there. The same as we promote it anywhere else. If all of us promoters get together and leave these fucking crowdfunders behind, we can combat this.
Hey, Rex, listen, I know personally the individual who is anchoring the movement to start the new crowdfunding site that is CG friendly. And he gets a message from me daily. Hurry
the hell matter up. Whether it's
hurry up.
This isn't a left-right thing, man. Because look,
no, but trust me when I tell you,
Indiegogo's CG friendly.
No, listen, trust me when I tell you. There will be none of that.
People
bullshit.
getting fucked with are ones that people are fucking with, not the platform.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not going to be possible to do that on this.
Well, that's what I just said. We need to quit doing that. We need to quit doing the crowdfunding. Why are we paying them 10% so they can turn our shit off halfway through or at the end? Why?
Yes, Lakim, he's in limbo at the moment. But you were fully funded, right, Sam?
I was fully funded. I'm in demand. It doesn't seem like it still says in demand. It doesn't say close. I don't know if people can back it for the moment, but what they said is that they were going to keep my funding on hold until it got resolved, or they would refund people. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That means he can't fund the fucking book, yo.
That means no fulfillment. That means nothing.
But that means it delays my money transfer for at least 2 weeks to a month.
Yeah. Jesus, Sam, I am so sorry.
And I've been getting messages from different people that it's been happening to multiple people. So, I'm sorry, that'd be the team that I'm sorry. I'll say it again. I said someone, I didn't say anything else, right? I still think it's a cunt move, and that it'd be from the Indiegogo team, or it'd be an idiot on freaking, or a hater on freaking medias or something. It's still a shitty move.
Yeah,
but
it's
like
all
I said,
true.
it's also bad on my part because I should have thought about that little fucking thing. But again, I thought of everything except that little clip on the video.
Now look, I see way worse all the time. Way worse
Yeah.
on Kickstarter and Indiegogo all the time.
Wait a minute. Here we go. Here we go. Here it comes. Oh my God! There's an ass.
It's a booty.
There's a booty. There's a
Answer
booty.
me. Answer me quick. There's a booty on my screen.
Come at me. Come at me.
Oh, man, this shit is
for the
getting ridiculous, yo.
Check this out.
Because now, look, like I said, somebody
For
had to
people that missed it, that's the pic they sent me saying from the video, saying that was a problem.
That somebody had to what? They wait till the end of the campaign and then they decide to actually look at it.
But not just that. Look at where it is in the video. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm
open my
saying.
screen. Share my screen for a sec.
That was not Indiegogo's team. That was somebody reported that shit.
Yeah.
See? Yeah. It's right here. So somebody reported it.
By the way, that's a well done ass there, Sim. Just saying.
Yes,
thank you.
Don't zoom in.
What's in the foreground right there? What was that?
That's her bike.
Okay. All right.
She has a motorcycle that turns into a body armor.
Cool.
Oh, dude.
Mhm.
Pedro.
Pedro. What's up, Pedro?
Oh.
All right. So here's
So
the
it's kind of weird that like you're saying, it. I agree with Rennie. It's more than a coincidence at this point, especially that it's on a freaking video that far in the video.
Yes,
that's what far
into the campaign.
Their email did start by saying a ticket was started with Indiegogo. So somebody started the ticket. It brought the attention of the terms and whatever it is, and
yeah,
there you go.
And this is for the person who did it and the people at Indiegogo who fucking fell for it.
Yes, Fanta.
Jesus
I know.
Christ,
I promised you that when I drew you like that, I wouldn't share it. But
Hey, thank you all for showing up, man. Like, we got to show Sim some support, man. Fucking email Indiegogo, whatever you got to do. Tell them this is bullshit. You want your book.
Listen,
you want the book you pledged for.
I removed the video. I went as far as removing the image. I even went and censored the Boobarama Club just in case. Like, fuck this shit. I get to building and I went, fuck this shit, and it's gonna get resolved. It's just stupid.
I tell you, everybody knows this. You went to a party when you were in high school or college, and there's always that one dickhead that shows up and ruins it for everybody. Well, those are the people that grow up in flag campaigns. So teach your children to beat the shit out of that kid in school so he'll learn something.
Yeah, Vengeance Productions asking Sim, do you have any enemies? Duh.
We just don't throw rocks at him, do we, Sim?
I made a book, didn't I? Of course I've got enemies.
It's eyes on the prize, motherfucker. So, I have a destination. If you stop at every barking dog to throw rocks, you're not going to get there.
Yeah.
Shadow.
What's up, Shadow?
There you go. Sub to Vengeance, y'all. Y'all go sub to everybody on this list, man.
I finished high school a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. When Pops and I were in school, there were only 7 letters in the alphabet, and we did okay. That was a good joke, and you people just
A-E-I-O and fuck you.
No, nobody gave that any love, for fuck's sake.
Oh man.
Yeah, Whitefire says some mom walked in, her son had probably frozen on that frame, is going, "Oh, there's a butt. I'm gonna report this." So Karen, I know you're out there. I know you're listening, Karen. Your day's coming.
Mm-hmm. I still have my own puzzle, Doran.
Yeah.
To me, it just brings awareness to be careful, watch your back, because they're gonna look for any that was my point of the thing is go through my campaign, everything's censored. Like I removed the image, but you remember you made joke about get out my grotto because there was the big sim on her butt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It was my favorite line and favorite part of covering this campaign, man.
So I removed it just to not have an issue, right? So the only place you see it is that little image there on the side where the tier is, right? So there's a sexy print there. But the thing is, I've always been very careful about it, and they went to find it on a little freaking clip of a video. So people, be careful,
Yep. It really does make me leery about posting images from my book because there's a whole lot of sexy womanage in it, and there's a whole lot of gory violence in it. So
I don't know. I've seen books that are like tits everywhere. It's all censored. It's all about sex, but they don't have an issue.
So yeah, you can still back it, but like we said, they're gonna hold Sim's fucking money.
Yeah.
But but like I said, I fixed it. They're just gonna hold it until they review it. Then I don't know how long it's gonna take, but from what I've heard, it took about 2 weeks to a month to get resolved. So
I'm always covered.
So I guess it's their way of slowing down your money, your income for like a month.
Yeah, somebody did that on purpose, and they deserve to be unloved. Just saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, look, if I find out that somebody's doing this shit, and I find out who it is, I will never promote, support, or anything. They're left behind, man. Just straight left behind. I won't do shit for somebody who's doing that kind of crap, man.
Don't let me find out who you are.
There's a lot of people that I don't like and I don't promote, but that doesn't mean I tell others not to. That's shitty. Okay? That's just shitty. Don't take food off people's plate, especially don't go to Kickstarter or Indiegogo about a campaign. If they didn't flag it, you got no right to say shit.
Dude, there's even people I would go as far as like, you could give an example that there's people that I may not like as a person, but I like the project. I still promote the fuck out of it. I don't care.
Well, I mean,
I won't tell people not to buy a fucking project.
Separate the
there's
art
people
from the
I don't
artist.
like that I promote, but I mean, if they're people that have made it an issue between me and them, I won't promote them. But I don't tell other people not to. That's fucking bullshit.
Vengeance is going, well, who are the pettiest people that you know? But I go, I know that. Trust me.
Pedro says, if anyone needs behavioral realignment technicians, I know some people in El Salvador that could lend a hand.
There you go.
But,
Let's take a trip to Colombia, Karen.
I'm a strong believer, and don't let those haters, win. And I won't.
Yeah, you won't, and you're going to come out of this fine. And thank you for bringing awareness to it. But I'm here to tell you,
we got your back, Sim, all the way across the board.
Yeah.
Look, you're one of the coolest people that I met. You're the first person I met in comicsgate. You're one of the coolest people I met in comics.
Well, thank you.
Right? You're the one that told me, hey, yo, don't listen to everybody. Go look yourself. You didn't even try
go
to
look
talk
yourself.
me
Get your ass on fucking Twitter. And you told me, get your ass on fucking Facebook. I go, yeah, but I got flagged. I got a lot of shit on Facebook. And he goes, get your ass back there. Okay.
Yeah. But has it been better?
Yeah.
Yeah. You post your stuff into Madness. You get, everybody knows what you're doing. That's what it's about, right?
Yeah, it's just my main account. Nobody sees what I tweet, but my other accounts, I'm good.
Yeah, just multiple accounts.
No, I have my artist account and my personal account. So the Sim Inkslayer account that people follow.
I took down my fine art Facebook page because of that bullshit with a painting of sunflowers. Again, there's a whole video about it on my fine art channel, Christopher Blalock Fine Art. Go over there and look at it, and you'll see the painting.
Just look at it, folks. Look, people, it is not okay to go at somebody's campaign, especially waiting to the end when you know that many people are waiting to get this book. That's not just shitty to Sim. That's shitty to all those customers.
Well, it's a cyber mugging is what it is.
It's shitty to all those customers that got to wait an extra month now to see the results of this campaign. That's just shitty to everybody, yo. Is this a Liam Rag? we ain't even got to mention him. You know it ain't right, okay? He knew it wasn't right, everybody knows that shit ain't right.
Oh my God.
Don't fucking do that, man. Just be cool. If you don't like something, just fucking scroll on.
Yeah, and that was no copyright claim.
I'm doing it for everyone. It's in everyone's best interest. Come
It's
here, Karen.
not in
Come
everyone's
here.
best interest because all them people that backed it ain't happy about it.
Yeah.
Okay, you weren't thinking in their best interest.
Karen.
You weren't thinking in the best interest of the people involved in the project or people that cross promote with Simon. You weren't thinking about anybody but your little petty ass.
Oh damn, man! I'm on a live stream with Sim. That's gonna hurt me. Oh shit! What am I gonna do? We'll hang out more.
Look, when I first met Sim told me, he goes, man, don't listen to all the bullshit. Just go get to know people yourself. You'll know what's up. And that's what I did. That's what I did.
Vengeance, I agree. That's probably
don't pay attention to the Whisper Network or the blah, 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 blah. Just get to know the people by themselves. Go address them, go talk to them, go chill with them, go get to watch their stream. You'll get to know them.
Mm-hmm.
This is what
if I listen to everybody that told me don't be friends with that guy, don't talk to that guy, don't get that guy on the stream, don't get this. I know no one.
Yeah, exactly. There's always somebody that don't like somebody.
I'd be that one person's friend, and that's not how it works.
If someone says that to me, I'm going to go hang out with the person they warned me against, and I'm going to block the person that said it.
Dude, I always said the same thing. I believe, like the old saying, right? Like that's what you were about to say. The old saying is like, hey, dude, if you're gonna tell me not to hang around with somebody because you don't like him, well, you're probably gonna be the one leaving.
Yeah, you're out of here. You're out of here, shithead.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, not because you don't like somebody, like I'm sorry, that's not how it works.
That was country as hell, you shithead. I'll tell you what, you bunch of shitheads.
Yeah. Taskmaster Dan, this is the madness. Everybody gets a wrench.
Hey, Mrs. G.
Hi, Mrs. G. What's up?
Uh-oh. Echo.
Oh, I got
it. I'll take advantage of saying, by the way, there's a new cover on the Tales on the Adverse 2 campaign.
You got to pull it up and we got to go through it before. I mean, we got another half hour. So,
the exclusive cover is gone, so I put up a new cover. So let's go. Boom.
Yes, Dan. I give everybody a wrench when I see him pull up here because self-promotion is something everybody needs to really learn to do. Everybody, okay? Drop your links. Get used to dropping your links. Drop other people's links. I like to see that in the chat. My whole game is get eyes on everybody's stuff, right?
If you don't like what you see here, get the funk out.
I want to see Tropical Magics in Demand. I want to see all those links, man. You guys all have wrenches for that very reason.
Yeah, share your goddamn links.
If you don't like what you see here.
Now, this is the actual campaign in question. The booty in question belongs to her. Oh, yeah.
And yeah, this is the green hair Luwani with the nice booty. She's in shape.
Look,
she's shaped like a sexy MMA fighter.
I'm always telling Sim to get out of my grotto because I know she's up in there butt naked, and he's up in there with his little drone flying around taking pictures and shit all the time. Cut it out, Sim. I'm telling you.
Oh, hold on, let me go see something. I think it's in the updates. I don't know if you've seen that.
Pale Riders OnlyFans link coming right up.
There you go.
Hey, what's up, the ninja?
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
See, get out my grotto, bro.
See, that's how I censor. I always censor my stuff. But, I thought, a butt is not that bad, But I guess it is.
There's a nice booty. It's a booty.
That's not a bare booty. She's wearing a thong. Everybody can tell. Come on. You just got to get within, a millimeter of the screen to see it.
See, Doc finally got his up there. Finally.
And that's the new variant cover. That's going to be the regular cover with the first one.
Oh my God. You gotta love
Yeah.
it.
Go check
I
that
love
out.
the chat. I love the chat. These guys are so crazy.
And the Pale Rider. That everybody's gonna get that print because that's gonna be like a new variant cover that's gonna be printed when I reprint the number 1. So when I sell enough of the other one, I'm gonna reprint. So I'm gonna order limited prints of those.
I absolutely love that. I mean, you should make tapestries. Not
Black
necessarily
light,
black light.
yeah, that would make a good black light tapestry, bro.
I mean, even if it's not black light, do it as a tapestry because posters, they crack, they bend, they roll, they wrinkle.
People stick pins in them and shit, put tape on them. And,
tapestries, they'll hang forever.
Maybe I did do a canvas printing on my on the InkSlayerEntertainment.com store for that cover for the main cover. Maybe for that too.
Nice.
Well, yeah, the campaign is live. It's working, and I'm pretty sure everything's going to get resolved. But like I said, look at the campaign. There's nothing wrong with it. I thought maybe this was it. I'm like, even there, it's pretty goddamn auto-censored.
Yeah, but they made this big play about pornographic, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no. I didn't.
And see, I didn't take any chances. I went to censor the Booborama just in case. It's a building, but we never know. But that's what I think. I think it's freaking weird that they went to get the clip on the video.
Somebody went out of their way to be a douchebag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I hate douchebags.
Look, man, don't be taking food off other people's table. I don't care who you are, who you think you are, how big you think you are, or whatever. You don't got no right to do that.
Oh, that's such a great line. Who was that? I said, I don't know who you think you are, but you're not.
Look, just imagine that happening to you. Somebody going into your work and saying, this dude did this, fire it.
Yeah.
Or don't pay him for a month while we investigate.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Just imagine somebody doing that shit to you. How are you going to pay your fucking bills, yo? How are you going to get your product out? Don't do that shit to people, man. You don't have to promote them, but you damn sure don't do something to hurt them, man. That's just fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially if it's another creator that did it.
To me, it doesn't matter. Fan, creator, whatever. All you did was cut out all these fans, make them have to wait longer for their book so that you can go out there later and go, see, he's always late. Oh, because of motherfuckers like you.
Hey, what's up, McKim?
And I think it's also bad that, there's somebody in the team that could do that right there.
Yeah, that's horrible. That would be worse. If it came from the team, that's worse because that's been up for 60 days. And that means nobody researched it before they said it was okay to launch. And they came around when it was time to pay up and went, oh no. You see what I'm saying? That shit move right there.
Look, him, you're right. That's a big part of it.
Where are we at? Damn, I'm way behind.
It's like herpes. The shit just won't go away.
Yeah, as vulgar as they can be in public and they're offended by a boob. Yeah, or a butt. There you go. Following vengeance, right on. Oh, we got our next guest right there. Laurie be out here at 5 o'clock. Her campaign got funded, yo. Woo!
Outstanding. I haven't met Laurie yet.
Well, you will in just a little bit.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
We got Kim. Let's see. I bet they pay people to troll the content. No, I think this was somebody who was just looking for whatever they could use against somebody, that kind of person.
Well, whoever it was an asshole. Just saying.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, do what you do. Just be good to people. It's simple. It's simple. You don't have to fucking, like I say, you don't have to support them or promote them if you don't care for them. That's all, your wallet. Okay. Just do your
listen.
Speak with your wallet. Don't go out there and ruin somebody's fucking.
It's that extreme song. If you don't like what you see here, get the funk out. Nobody's going to take you prisoner. Nobody's forced to be here.
Yeah, right there. The gift that keeps on taking. Damn straight. We ain't allowed to eat. Look, we can't let people do this to anybody, man. You know? You don't have to like it. Just fucking leave. Live and let live.
When I first came into CG, there was one of those people that tried to get in my ear and tell me who to hang out and who not to. And I looked, we were faces on camera. I said, I'm an old motherfucker. I can make up my own damn mind who I'll hang out with and who I don't. Do I look like a high school kid to you?
The favorite thing I've ever heard from anybody since I started doing this was, these people aren't your friends, Pops. And I'm a literal person, okay? The only person you can speak for is yourself. So this person told me none of these people are your friends, Pops. And the only person he can actually speak for was himself. Left behind. He was just telling me he was one of those people that was not my friend. I have a lot of friends.
What do you think? Should I dye my goatee?
Oh, what are you going to do? Go black?
No, you know, my natural blonde color. I'm a blonde when I have hair.
We won't be able to tell the difference in the sunlight, bro. I'm just saying.
Listen here.
Avalon will be here at 6 o'clock, Tyler. 6 p.m. Eastern, about, 80 minutes or so. Something like
Chat, what do you think? Should I dye it? It's a dark blonde. It'll be visible. Like, I can see the difference between your gray and your blonde, Pops.
My blonde?
Yeah, your light brown that you've got in your goatee and your gray. I can see the difference.
that used to be all like the rest of this, okay? There was no light about it. That's the only part that's going gray.
Whitefire says go purple. I don't know, man. That might make me look like I've been eating something really strange.
Yeah, see, he's my friend. He doesn't know why, but he is.
All right, Ms. Good Stuff. You're on.
Go purple. I could go purple.
Ms. Good Stuff says she's getting ready to lighten her hair. We'll do a reveal together. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for my launch, which will be here, but then I'm going immediately over to Good Stuff. So,
how many people would like to see Pops chop all his hair off?
Hey, listen, this is on the table, folks.
This is on the table. This is seriously on the table. Look, the Cromniverse deserves a lot more look than it's getting. It deserves, there's some more of the art, some more of the new art is up on the page. You can go look at now, but it's going to be done, and it's going to be done. I'd like it to be funded when it gets done, so that all these people can, get their books, and all these people's work won't be postponed another 5 months through another campaign. I'd like to see this get funded. I'm willing to throw my fucking hair, but it's got to get to a decent number, yo. This is my lifelong fucking hair. I'm not talking about, like a few inches of hair. I'm talking about this has been growing since I got out the Navy. Okay. And barely been trimmed every now and then. This is it. Okay. I don't like cutting my hair, but I will for about 20,000, because 20,000 means we reached all the stretch goals that we had planned so far. Everybody's getting rolling papers and roach clips and all that shit with their campaign. It'll be real. All right. But
so back into the Cromniverse today. You're supporting a whole gaggle of artists. And if you've already backed it or you can't back it, share it. Share that link out there.
I mean, seriously, I will go out here and cut my hair off. I'll shave my fucking face too. I will come out here
and I will grow my hair out
like a Marine.
So you're gonna look like Chris.
I'll do the high and tight. I'll do the high and tight. I'll shave the mustache, the beard. I'll go high and tight with the hair. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, not just a mohawk, guys. High and tight. If you know what high and tight is, it's a little patch about the size of 3 of your fingers on top of your head, and it's only about a 1/4 inch long. Marine Corps.
I would do that if we could get to all the stretch goals we had planned, which is all the way up to 20,000. You know, now we're a long way from that with a short time to get there. And if we don't fund, yeah, we're going to redo this campaign. We're going to launch it again. It's just, I'd really like to see these guys not have to worry about going through this again.
At 5,000, I'll wax my eyebrows.
Holy shit.
Off.
So the funding goal is 8,000.
Yeah,
Did
5,
you guys hear that? Doc just said at 5,000. If we get to 5,000, that's not even to fund it. He'll take some eyebrows off.
Because there's not much there anyway.
Look, I'll go to the shop. I'll have my son fucking video it while they're taking it all off. You'll get to see it.
I will have.
Right? What's up, Luke?
Hey, Luke. We well, I mean, can't hear you, but we see you.
More than that,
unless I've had another stroke.
Bring that campaign back up here, Sim.
Bring it up, Sam.
Okay.
Talk about it like you're selling it.
Drop it like it's hot, baby.
Or give us that animation. Show us some more of your cool shit, Sim.
The eyebrow.
This dude's got it going on.
What is all the? Who's drumming?
Who's what?
Drumming.
It's time we settle the score. Yeah. It's time we settle the score. Come on. Are you ready? Let's go. I got this hunger inside of me. A vicious vendetta that won't ever let up. It's bringing the fire up out of me. Yeah. I come alive for the rivalry. I hear the talk, but that ain't enough. I'm about to pull the rug on your bluff. I'm fresh out of mercy, you out of luck. Yeah, I stand on my rep and I back it up.
Nice.
And that's the video I replaced the other one with.
Good.
And that's the other thing you wanted me to show. Boom.
All of it, dude. Campaign.
Fucking bored out of my mind. 2 weeks without a decent job. Playing delivery boy sucks. Tisk tisk. You should consider yourself lucky, not? At least we got some work. I know. But I need some action before I go ballistic. A little bit of risk. A little bit of action will be good for a change. All the recent ones were too easy. Point A to point B jobs. I'm sure you can find some poor loser with a bounty on his head somewhere. I'll go check the bounties on the Space Cowboy Central site. You know the risk. Yeah, just do it. Incoming call from Merv with a special job offer. But you remember the last job we took from him, Yeah, but we lose nothing just by checking. Put him on the big screen. Okay.
And that's the first animation blocking that I'm working on. I'm planning on doing the two first stories of Tales from Adverse 1 animated on my YouTube channel.
Yes.
All done by myself.
Beautiful.
And if you don't know what Tales from Adverse is, well, it's an anthology series. And the main character is not the Merc. You have multiple other characters that you can see right here. I put a little description of the main characters. One that's not there right now, it's Elrica, because she was part of number 1. She's not in number 2, but she's Queen Elrica. In Tales from Adverse 1, you get introduced not the Merc, Bob, Zed, Rose. You get introduced to Queen Elrica. There's 5 stories in number 1, which is also available on this campaign. In number 2, that's where you get to know Luwani, which was technically just teased in number 1. You get shown that she looks like Rose in the beginning, and later she looks a bit different, and she becomes her own person. What I've let people know so far, it's that Rose was dying of cancer. Her father was a big scientist for the Federation Army, and he illegally started working on a replacement body. So the body is artificial, right? the replacement body for Rose. But the thing is, they got found out, so he had to ally himself with pirates to finish the experiment. And when he did, well, the pirates turned on them. Killed the doctor, raped and left her for dead, Rose for dead, but she was found by Nat. Now, later on, you discover that the body, Luani is the body that was supposed to be Rose's replacement. It just became sentient. And you'll find out more. That's all you know from number 1. So number 2, you get to know Luani. You get to know when she meets Nat. So the first story, it's Murder Doll. You get to know what she does for the big boss of Planet 69. She does the dirty work. She's not just the security guard of Planet 69. She does other stuff. Then after that, you get to see Planet 69, which is the story where Nat meets Luani, and they confront a big kaiju type of monster.
Nice.
And then that's followed by Metal Valkyrie, where you get to see a glimpse of what Luani becomes after being freed and becoming our own, going on her own. And you also find out that her and Rose are becoming sisters. So the extra story of Blood Brother number 2, that's unlockable at 75,000. That's the continuation of one of the stories of Tales from the Netverse 1, and you get to, it's a lot more action, and that's technically the current story of Nat the Merc that leads directly to the Nat the Merc book. Because the idea with Tales from the Netverse is to have 3 or 4 issues of Tales from the Netverse, then starting the Nat the Merc story, which I'm already working slowly on. I already have the first pages laid out. Like as soon as I'm done establishing the world of Nat the Merc, because Tales from the Netverse, see it as it's a mix of like 2000 AD heavy metal and remember those super books that we used to have back in the days where you would buy a book of DC and you had a copy of Batman, a copy of Robin, maybe a copy of Superman.
Oh yeah,
it was all in the same universe. So that's the aspect of what I'm trying. It's like one book. It's like you're buying a few floppies.
Nice.
Well, that's in the universe. That's my approach on it. So that's why everything feels like their own IP. Rose, it's her own little thing in the Netverse. She lives her life as a pirate. The thing is, the reason why I'm doing it that way is because I didn't want to start Nat the Merc and trying to explain to you after that flashback this and why this and why that. I'm like, well, what if I just did like floppies and put them all in one, and like that I get to build a world and like build maybe like 2-3 years of backstory and then start Nat the Merc. So when Rose comes in, you know what the hell's going on. You know who Luani is. You know who that bad guy is. And, like in Tales from the Netverse, I'm going to tell you a story of a bad guy. In Tales from the Netverse 3, you get a story of Defcon. And he's technically a Federation weapon. So I'm really going on all aspect here. Like one of the things that people are picking up on is in Tales from the Netverse 1, all the stories except one are in the same sector. When you get to Queen Ulrika, the entire world feels different. Why? Because it's an entire different galaxy.
Right.
Sectors are galaxies. So it's a big, huge goddamn world.
Layers. Lots of layers here. Rich storytelling.
All I've mentioned is the Federation, but the Federation fight who, right? There's other factions in that world. Nat lives in there. So that's what Tales from the Netverse is all about. It's technically me selling you multiple floppies in one big book. It's like, like you get campaigns right now. You're gonna have issue 1, 2, 3, or buying this. Well, my campaign, that's what it is. It's the first one. You had 5 stories. Mm-hmm. In this one, there's 4 stories that can be available. So you're buying multiple books at once. That's what Tales from the Netverse is. That's why I didn't try to give it its own title. That's why it's called Tales from the Netverse. So it's clear that it's kind of like a story from the Nat universe. So the main character is Nat, and you're in this verse. So it's not a book. It's multiple books in one. Nice. We're all in the same universe. So it's like, you have, it's like you have my trilogy in there. You have, like people that read it know that so far the main characters are Nat, Rose, Luani. Yeah, and so far everybody's picking up on it.
Nice.
And that's what I'm trying to do. And another thing that I like, that I'm having fun a lot with this story, because all the short stories are not linear. But I think I'm doing it well enough that you can place them all by yourself. And so far, everybody's told me that they're getting it.
Nice.
Like I'm not gonna walk you with your hand. I'm just giving you visual cues, or including in the story that you can make the links of, okay, this happened before this happened before that. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Sell it, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. And in the second one, Planet 69 is technically the first story I ever wrote and created for Nat the Merc in 2009. Nice. When I was in college, because I wanted to do a sci-fi comic book. And one of the projects in there was trying to come up with a project that could be an animated series, in 3D animated series. So I came up with Nat the Merc. And it was the final project of the college. And we had a subvention. We had, everything. We had a producer, director. We had like somebody that worked on Heavy Metal, the movie, that was linked to freaking James Gunn. Like nice. Everything. We had a freaking like, yeah. But the thing didn't get picked up. But yeah.
Well, it's only a matter of time, Nat. I mean,
so now
I'm calling you
Now I got to actually tell that story in Tales from the Nightverse too, because it's thanks to everybody's support, I'm actually getting to do what I always wanted to do, and it's to tell that story. And to me, this is my playground. It's like I got a lot of stories. I got Bloodhunt. I got a whole bunch of other things that are laid out. I got Wolf Dragon, Demona, but this is like the one that's like I could do that all the time. If you get my just like the other ones are all like they have a story, but it's not episodal, right? It's not like not as a merc. I can't just come up with a job and I have a book. I just have an idea of like, parcel delivery, or hold on, somebody is having like an invasion of like carnivorous cows. What can I do with that? Like it's an alien world. I can do anything I want.
Right, exactly.
And another aspect that I like, why it's going to keep going, because that's one of the things. Tales from the Nightverse, I want to keep it going after Not the Merc. It's the idea that, like I said, it's multiple floppies, right?
Right.
But I also want it's also going to be the one that people can ask me what character they want in the book, which one they want more to reappear as a side story. Or if you see a character that I killed off and you go, dude, that guy was fucking cool. Can we know more about that guy you killed off? Like, well, I'll do it. You know what I mean?
We can go back in time and write a story for you.
Only Uncle Ben stays dead.
Like, if there's going to be flashback, I need to tell you something. It's going to be in Tales from the Nightverse. Not the Merc. It's going to be Not the Merc.
Mm-hmm. Only Uncle Ben stays dead. It used to be only Bucky and Uncle Ben stay dead.
Didn't they clone Uncle Ben too?
Oh my God!
This is good stuff. I can tell you, if heavy metal was your thing, you're gonna love Tales from the Nightverse.
Yeah, Miss Good Stuff. I like #1 a lot. It's a fun story. Hoping that we can get a Zed Crom crossover in the future.
I did do a little layout last time. Remember that old party where they're watching Lola Bunny and Gadget stripping?
Yeah,
with Garfield and Alf.
And that just seems exactly like the kind of stuff they do too. Oh man!
And this is by the way going to be like a limited cover too. That's digitally painted by me. That's an homage to heavy metal. The
nice.
The Bisley cover.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can have a sample of all the stories in there.
Yeah.
And if you go down enough, you even have a sample of the #1. Hold on. See? Very far down.
Yeah. The prelude.
And I would pull mine out and show it to you, but I had everything out on yesterday during the show-off show. I had all the crowdfunders or indie books that have been sent to me over the last 2 years out on this table behind me, and I showed them all. Okay, and we, then when I was done, I put all the ones that I've actually read away. So Natverse got put in the drawer for the first time last night.
Hey, Pops, you're gonna not Pops, but Doc, you're gonna like this.
Tell me.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. No matter where you run or where you hide, you will be mine. Let's rock.
Yeah, man. I love the fuzzy dice. It's a nice touch. I love it. Love it.
And here's another one that we did. Like I told you, I did a lot of stuff to promote it, but I'm still surprised that most people didn't even see them.
And that I'm a merc for hire.
He presents himself.
Some call me a rebel, a renegade. Both are accurate.
And by the way, that's an original soundtrack.
It's illegally created and an experiment by aliens known as the engineers. I've been living the life of an outlaw since birth. The Federation wants me dead. So we have to make money to stay alive and keep flying.
What's your ETA, Matt?
This is Bob, my father, and the droid who was once sent to eliminate me. Great guy. Made me the man I am today. Going in and about to bring the pain on anyone that stands in my way.
Oh, goodness, please be careful. We just got that shit.
Don't worry, Pops.
And that's directly from that story.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And dude, that's how I got to know the guy that did the voice. That's how he got the job. he sent me the song, and that's he sent me the song first, and I'm like, if you want, he's like, dude, I like the voice you did. You want to read some lines? And then he sent me the one where he reads the line, the second one, and that's how he got to be the voice on that. And Bob, he does both.
So Simon, tell everybody where they can find you and say hello to Laurie. Hi, Laurie.
Hi guys.
Hi, Laurie.
I wore the hat for the hat club today.
Laurie's hat club. See that? Where can everybody find you, Sim? And you can hang out still. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, you can find me on any social media on the Sim Inkslayer. That's pretty easy.
There you go. Sim Inkslayer, everybody.
Sim_Inkslayer.
And this is good stuff, man. You got to keep listening on your way home because Laurie has a killer book too. Simon, you're always welcome here, bro. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Doc had to step away, so if you want to hang out and co-host for a while, you can. It's cool. We are going to look at a book that just funded
Today.
We've been working at it. It's called Paths of the Pale Rider. The Path of the Pale Rider. No S.
Path of the Pale Rider. Yes. One path.
And you picked up another backer. Yes.
Yeah. We're looking real good.
Since I looked at it an hour ago, you got another.
I know.
Backer. Sweet. This one is really good, you guys. I love the art. I love the story, which you guys know I'm a story person first. So this is the link over here in the chat. You can go check it out too. And do you want to share it or do you want me to?
No, you share, please. I'll talk, but I'm not good at pushing the buttons when it comes to sharing things on the screen.
Yeah, I can remember when pushing the button meant I was out kicking myself out of my own stream. I used to do it all the time. It was horrible.
It happens.
I remember that.
I know you do, man. I used to kick myself out of my own stream all the damn time, trying to learn how to share stuff and navigate other windows while I'm in StreamYard. StreamYard's a butt.
Here we are.
Let's put you up here and get Doc out the way. There you go. I love the hat, by the way. It's awesome.
Thank you. I know this is my very favorite cowboy hat that I got once we moved
That's
to
the
Texas.
kind I want.
It's
I want
legitimate.
the
Yeah, it's a legitimate cowboy hat. So had to go black hat though.
That's got that Undertaker look to it. I like
Yes. Yes, it does. That's what I was going for. I was like, I gotta be the bad guy.
So tell everybody a little bit about you.
Me. All right. I am an indie comic book writer, creator. I started writing this project back in 2018. Prior to that, I was writing like web content, but live action. I was with a production company in Detroit called Coattail Collective. I was actually their fight choreographer. I choreographed fight scenes for their music videos, and we did a short film called Catfishing, which is a lot of fun if you want to see me like do a wall run in a stairwell and knife fight and run people over with a car. We do all that. But I started writing this one, and it was so big that we couldn't produce it. And I didn't know what to do with it. So my husband read the script, and he was like, this is a comic book. And I was like, oh, you're absolutely right. Like, it just, it didn't dawn on me coming from production that that's what we should do. So we started looking for an illustrator and went from there. But it's 13 episodes for the first arc. And we're getting in on the ground floor. This is episode 1 where it all begins. We're a Western apocalypse. So if you like Mad Max and I Am Legend and Fallout and Tarantino movies and spaghetti westerns, and kind of have like this good hodgepodge of everything. We have a good feel. I love all that stuff, right? And video games and all of that. So movies, video games, comic books, it's all there because that's what kind of nerd I am. So it's good.
Now, you mentioned Fallout. Have you ever played New Vegas?
Yeah, of course I have.
Okay. Have you seen the Easter egg of Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru?
Yeah. They're skeletons, you mean? Ooh, I was like, is that what I think it is? And I was
like, I was the same way.
And he was like, what?
2 burnt up corpses. One's called Uncle Owen and the other one's called Aunt Beru.
I was like, shut up. I'm like, that's hilarious. But you gotta love Fallout humor. It's so funny.
Yes.
Like the way that they name their things, and like their trash gun, the junk jet, excuse me, where you can shoot people to death with teddy bears and trash. I mean, like.
I think that should be a demon bitch weapon.
Yeah. Shoot junk. All the junk that gets tossed down into the whatever level of hell that she's in, and she can utilize it. And I think she would more have like a slingshot. I don't know.
Yeah, Crom has a slingshot.
Oh.
That's his thing.
Well, he can slingshot some insults at people since he's an
Christy's
internet troll.
down there where people throw their gum wrappers and dog crap, right? So she could just load that all into the trash gun and bang bang.
Can you imagine having a dog crap gun? That would be gross.
Woo, it'd be going to watch the monkeys at the zoo.
Pretty much. Pretty much. I don't think we have any poop throwing in my comics, so sorry guys. But we got lots of other like death, dying, destruction, gore, maggots, all that fun stuff. So let's see. In this world, the death process is broken. So your body can die, but your soul remains trapped in your body as it decays. So we kind of have zombies, but they're different because it's still like your mom, your dad, your cousin, your neighbor, the mailman. It's just, it's people that you know. And when they die, they can still function until they start decaying, and then they go downhill. So as their brain decays, they can be forgetful, they can be violent, they can be indifferent. and there's no way out. Like you can't just shoot them in the head and then they're done. You're stuck here.
They just come back again.
Yeah, you shoot them in the head to try and send them on their way, and all you did was make them more unpredictable because now they have less of their brain to use. So we got all sorts of problems. It's like we got overpopulation. We have the undead community, which is so unpredictable and chaotic. We also have animals and insects that are affected by this, so nothing can die, right? So food becomes a problem because we can't butcher cows and pigs anymore. Insects are still eating crops even though they're undead because they're stupid. So we have a lot of problems. We have riots, we have famines, we have government breaking down, government making stupid choices, government making, government taking away rights of the undead. Because if you think about it, like in this world, once you're dead, it's like you don't own property. You can't drive a car. You can't vote.
Your kids done took all your stuff because it was in your will.
Right, exactly. But that's how it is now. But in this world, when you're still around, how long do you keep those rights for?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, wait a minute, you died. I have a piece of paper that says you died. Your shit's mine now.
But you're still here. So where do we put you? How long do you own your house?
You can
you still drive a car?
Your shit's mine now.
Do you get a vote? I mean, there's all sorts of problems. So it's like, I'll take you through the fall of mankind and like how everything breaks down and all of that.
Oh.
So the comic episode 1 actually starts with our cowboy, Jude St. Clair. And he's been traveling through the apocalypse for 10 years. So most everybody has moved on at this point. You know what I mean? It's like, here we are with COVID and people have moved on after 2 years. This is 10 years. So everybody is just trying to scrape by and figure out what to do, with their life, what's left of it, or their undeath, their decay stages. And Jude is still looking for the answer. He still wants to know what happened, like what broke the death process for everything. And if he can figure it out, can he put it back to the way it was before it was broken? So he's still searching, and he's just on this like impossible mission. He's been researching conspiracy theories, anything from aliens, viruses, chemical spill, rapture, religion, and anything. It could be anything. You know what I mean? Like when the dead don't die, it could be really anything. Sentient yogurt. It's like, who knows?
This is my goal for this project. I want to see 5K and 100 backers. Okay, you got 6 days. I want to see 5K.
Yeah, I would love to see 100 backers. Let's do it so we can get this story out there. The bigger we get,
that's what we're gonna do.
The quicker we can go.
Crap out of this for the next 6 days. When I set a goal, I like to try and reach it. So I want to see this go over 5K. I want to see 100 backers. So we're going to be talking about this a little bit this week, yo. And we're doing the countdown party for Laurie as well.
Yeah, on Monday.
So
Monday or Sunday.
You're going to see more of Laurie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're going to see more of Laurie. So back this book. Now, if we play this video.
Let's do it. You'll see the hat again.
Yeah, all right. Let's do this. Well.
was exciting. Wait a second. That's better. Hello, buddy. It's your fellow nerd, Laurie Calcaterra. I am the writer-creator of Path of the Pale Rider, and I just wanted to take a minute to tell you why you should back our project. So we have this awesome comic book, right? And you get to follow Jude St. Clair through the apocalypse. He's looking for answers of why the dead don't die. So yeah, it's apocalypse, it's horror, we have zombies, but the zombies are a little different. And you know what? No spoilers. You're going to have to read to find out. So the next part of the project is the short films. So we follow Jude's journey in the comic, but there's so many other things that are happening in this world that I figured we could explore those things with a short film. So every episode that comes out, there'll be a short film with it, and it will show other aspects of things that are happening. And the coolest part about these is, that's right, these are interactive. So that means you as the reader can be part of the next short film. So you have to join the Facebook group to get the details, and then all the video submissions come to me for editing, and then we make one big thing, and for the next Kickstarter, you could be a part of the film. So the last part of the project is the scavenger hunts and the Easter eggs. So every comic is going to have something for you to solve, maybe tiny little breadcrumbs to follow, and that will take you to a place where you get to experience additional content that's just for the people that solve the riddles. Gotta solve the riddles, guys. So we got a lot of moving parts. We got the comic book, we got the short films, we got the Easter eggs. But what I really need is you. I need your support in order to bring this world to light. I would love to have you just scroll through those rewards, see which one works for you. We have a lot of different varying covers to choose from. We got a lot of different packages that might fit you. So I thank you for your support. And one last thing, remember, when you're in the apocalypse, swords don't run out of bullets.
Thank you. Coming from someone that's a knife fighter, that's good advice. Like, you can run out of bullets real quick.
Swords don't run out of bullets. I like that.
Don't run out of bullets.
All right, so she told you it's a breakdown of Mad Max and Fallout and all those little things, mixture up of everything. So talk about Leonardo.
Yeah, so our my illustrator's name is Marco DeFilo. He's fabulous. As you can see, this is his cover, the A cover. He chose to do the glass. When you get to the Kickstarter preview pages, you'll see what this is. But there's a glass shattering. Yeah,
I really like that cover.
Isn't it nice?
Really cool. Yeah.
I mean, it's a shattering glass. It has all the different aspects of what's going on. So you got Jude, you got a prince in the background, you got zombies, you got a disc, and it's just shattered. And so Marco's take on this world is that the world itself is shattered into multiple pieces. Humanity is shattered. And it's like, how do we put the pieces back together? So I think his interpretation is spot on. For me, episode 1 is very much about how any decision you make in this world has dire consequences. So you'll see that when we go forward. But this is an amazing cover. He does beautiful work.
It's a really nice composition.
Yeah.
And who does the interiors?
This is Marco DeFilo's work. This is, so main cover and then interior is all Marco. So we have Jude. He's on this road. It's falling apart. You know, he's having a conversation with his horse Prince. You know, it's like, we've gone so far. Do you want to keep going? And she answers him in her way. Got this big ominous sign, dead fair. It's like, it's definitely not a good sign.
Yeah.
You know, and he has this obvious relationship with her. He's like, you know, we've done this before. We'll just do it like we did, again. And I was saving these for a special occasion, but happy early birthday, you know, gives her these shoes to help keep her quiet. So that's a little context clue about how this world works. Obviously, sound is pretty important. So they're on their way. He sees this glass sticking out, and there's, a zombie hand. There's a smashed body underneath the boulder. Kind of sucks. It kind of gives you a clue that things don't die.
That's kind of fucked up way to die and then be stuck there under the boulder
forever. Like, terrible, right? So he yanks this glass out, and look, it goes flying in the air. Good God, you know, like I like Marco's take, like the hand just exploding, and it looks like it's exploding right into Jude's face. So gross.
Yeah.
But I love it. And then he dives to save this thing. He's hanging off the side of the cliff. You know, it must be something important. And he's looking at it, and it's a glass with a map of Las Vegas. But then this bird kind of like makes him wake up, like, that was really stupid to do, Jude. And he's like, I don't know what I was thinking. So he just shoves it in his saddlebag and has a bad feeling all these crows are going around the corner. And lo and behold, there it is. There's this carcass.
There's the big dead bear.
Yeah, and the birds are eating it. It takes up the entire road. So it's either go forward or go back. You know, that's it. You can't really go around this thing. And they go over it. Oof, so close to the edge. How scary. He gets the horse over it. Damn bear's foot's hanging over the edge. And they have this brief moment of, oh, we made it. And then she trips in a pothole. It's like the road is so messed up. And there goes the glass. And then now we got Big James. Big James is up.
The bear.
Yeah. So his little decision to stop and get that glass really didn't seem like it was a big deal. But look what happens. I mean, like, it sets this whole thing in motion, this confrontation with the bear, which we will resolve. So this is about, I want to say, like 2/3 into the way of the episode. So you get some information more about the world and more what he's looking for. And then he gets to this road, and then we'll resolve what happens with the bear. So, sorry, Jude. You can skip that. You can skip that video. People can watch it if they want to. This is some of the earlier interviews I was doing, and like some of the other podcasters, their reactions to what we were talking about, and it's just really interesting to hear. There's me.
And this is you.
That's me. I'm ready
and
to
this
fight.
Tells a little bit about you.
Yep. And then
she wrote and started a short film called Catfishing.
Yep.
And wrote the web series titled The Agency. See, we need to know about this stuff too.
Yeah.
Because now we're going to want to know. What else did you do?
You can't actually see the agency. It was in production, and my family relocated from Michigan to Texas right after we filmed the pilot. So the pilot's there. It exists, and I've written 2 seasons of this, but I don't think it's ever going to get produced. However, we could turn it into a comic book because I already wrote it as episodes. Mm-hmm. So it's very easy for it to translate into comics. So maybe we will still see the agency. We just won't see it as a live action. We could see it on the pages, which would be really cool. It's very like spy, espionage, 24 with lots of martial arts. So that's fun. There's Marco. There he is. Good guy. Also a big nerd. Loves the genre that we're in, so he picked it up real quick.
A martial arts background as well.
Oh yeah, I do Kali Illustrissimo. But I've done Penchak Silat, more Filipino martial arts, Eskrima Kali, San Miguel Eskrima, like a lot of them, and for 25 years. So I'm pretty handy when it comes to seeing a weapon in my hand. Impact weapons, bladed weapons, flexible weapons, and gun disarms. Gun disarms are hard though, so it's like you're 50-50. Depends on what kind of action you're looking down the barrel.
Right. So a little bit about Marco.
Marco graduated Kansas City Institute of Art in 2020 in their comic program. So that's what he went to school for. He actually has a degree in art for making comics. So he's not just some guy that likes comics and likes to draw. He actually is skilled in this area and like understands composition, story, where to turn the page, color theory, anatomy, perspective, all of that. So it's like all the things that go into making a comic he excels at. But again, he's a big old nerd like I am. He likes westerns. He likes steampunk. I mean, you can read about all the different things that he reads. A lot of DC. Likes anime. Has a Funko Pop collection. I mean, he's a good guy. Super professional. Has met every single deadline. I have no doubt that this comic is going to be out to you guys by our deadline. Or if something happens, it won't be him and I that's slowing it down. It'll be like printing or shipping or you know what I mean.
Paper shortages and we
God, so many crappy things going on right now. So
yeah,
we'll get it to you, I promise. And now we have our variant covers. So we got Big James. We got the ode to George Romero, Night of the Living Dead with BJ. This is a good friend of mine, Jose Martinez, who's a comic book creator. Really good, really nice. I love like all the little details he put into that with like the hatchet sticking out the back and the barbed wire and bullet holes. It's like everybody has already tried to take BJ apart and they don't succeed. He lives on that road. He's not going nowhere. This is my good friend Everett Watkins. He's also a comic book creator. He's working on a series called Boog the Outcast, and this is his take on Jude. So it's a very the good, the bad, and the ugly feel, which I love, with the words on the back and everything, and then smoking gun in the sunset. So I mean, great cover, beautiful. You know, the bullets, the outlined bullets, so nice. Nice touch, right?
Mm-hmm. It's a classic Clint Eastwood pose.
Yeah, it's got that Clint's about to shoot your ass look to it. I like it.
Yes. I mean, if you can't find some Clint Eastwood homage in our comic book, we haven't done it right. Then this one, David Rodriguez has a special place in my heart. This one, look at it. It's so detailed, the zombies. However, if you know what you know about the story now, where it's like they're not flesh-eating, coming to eat your brain zombies. They're probably coming to ask you about your car's extended warranty. I mean, they could be singing you happy birthday. We don't know what they want, but maybe they're pissed off because you broke their disc. I don't know, but they're not coming to eat you. Or they could, I guess. I mean, there could be cannibalistic zombies.
Whose art does that remind you of?
Who, me?
No, I'm asking Simon.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
That kind of reminds me of Preston, bro.
Mm.
A little bit. I like it. I like it a lot because if it reminds me of Preston's, then it's fucking good.
Yeah. We got a couple stretch goals. So we get there, we'll get you some more merch.
We want to get to 5K, so we want to see that first stretch goal for sure.
Yeah. We're close. We could do it. You know what I mean? We got 6 days. Yeah. The other thing is we have a stretch goal for color. It's okay if we don't get to it. This is our first one. So people are going to start, understanding the story. And once we get bigger, we will go back and we will color this episode no matter what. Just because we don't get there today, or in the next 6 days, doesn't mean we won't see it in color. We can always do a limited run, or we could do a special edition and see it again in color. So I just want to throw that out there. I kind of want it both ways. I like the black and white,
Pops, you're muted, Pops.
I kind of like having both black and white and color too, because sometimes the color washes out the line work.
Right.
But then I seen something the other day where somebody did the color and then penciled over it. And that looked amazing too. So it's like, you guys are always figuring out cool ways to do art.
That's true. Yeah.
It's like they had, the color had kind of washed out the pencil so they re-penciled over the top of the art what was originally there, and it looked really good. I was like, okay, I get this. But yeah, this is good stuff.
Yeah.
Really, really good stuff, y'all.
I am super excited Yeah, so that we can actually start working again. So 8 pages is a lot for a preview, but I wanted the readers to be able to experience, how the world works and like the relationship with Jude and Prince and all of that stuff. Being a first time, episode and first time story coming out, it's like I wanted people to really be able to experience us and understand, how big we can be if we can get, momentum going. So
I like it. I like it. So let's go through the tiers a little bit.
yes, sir.
You can just throw some money at Lori.
Okay, now that Doc's back, I have to go. Later, Bob.
Sim,
Later, Laura.
thank you for pinch hitting, Sim.
No problem.
You have a good day.
Later.
Y'all go check out Tales from the Nat Burst #2.
So
Later.
Sim had to pinch hit for me, and I'm pinch hitting for
Rich. Yeah.
Rich. So Laurie will be pinch hitting for you next, Pops.
I see.
Hey,
Hi, Laurie.
Hello. How are you,
Doc?
Doc?
Did you guys meet
No.
before? I can't remember.
No, we have not.
We have not.
Doc,
I might not remember faces, but I always remember voices.
this is good stuff, Doc. We're
Mhm.
going to go right to this cover right here.
Holy cow.
Now, Doc, see, when I have co-hosts that are actual artists and know what I don't. You know me, Laurie. I just talk about comics, right?
Right.
But I bring people like Doc or Rich in because they actually have experience in the field. They know what they're looking at. They know, and they can ask questions I never think of. But as you being the writer, it's like we need to talk to your artists. I'm just saying.
I know. He's amazing, but he's so busy right now. It's like he has stuff that he needs to complete before the 15th, so that way when we get funded, he can get right to work. So I'm just kind of like letting him do what he needs to do, so that way he's ready.
I'm just saying, it's like,
look
Doc,
at his
I know-
art; it's fabulous.
I know Doc's got questions for this guy. That's what I'm saying.
Write him down. We'll get him on your show. I promise.
Well, here's a question for you, Laurie.
Yeah.
Actually, two questions. No, a question and a comment. Comment. That's a hell of a hat.
Thank you. I think you missed the story behind this. This is a legitimate Texan cowboy hat that I got when we came to Texas. I'm actually from Michigan, like Detroit area, and moved to Texas in 2019 and started writing Path of the Pale Rider. No, I wrote Path of the Pale Rider in 2018, but we started developing it as a comic book, and I was just like, I need a hat. So
Now, when you say we started developing, who is we?
my husband and I.
Your husband and you both plotted this, created this?
Well, I wrote it, but he gets credit because I wrote it as a movie because I come from a production company in Detroit. When he read it, because I was like, we can't produce this. It's a multi-million-dollar project. Like, what am I doing with this? So he read it and he was like, it's a comic book. And I was like, you are 100% right, sir. So that's when we decided to turn it into a comic book. So of course he's been with me this whole time. I kind of like, I'm the face of the project and I'm kind of like the writer, director, whatever. But he's always my sounding board where I'm like, what do you think about this? And he's just like, yep. So if he's on board, then I know I'm in the right direction. So.
All right. So where did the impetus for this come from?
It's kind of hard to say. I just, had this idea what would happen if nothing died. It's like your body dies, but your soul is trapped in your body. And how would you experience that? And how is we as people overcome all the issues that came up? So I created the world. I created, all the rules, how things work, all the problems before I even tackled the story of the protagonist and how he moves through this world in his search, and like ultimately we resolve it. Well, in a way, I don't want to give out too much. He does find out what broke the process. I'll give you that much.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not until much later in the arc, but it's like you can't eat meat anymore because we can't butcher, animals, or we could butcher them, but would the meat still move while you're trying to eat it? People slowly start to go insane. insects are still eating crops even though they're undead because they're stupid. They don't understand they should stop. At what point do your rights disappear if you're undead because you're still here? And like everybody, once they turn undead, they decline into either madness or violence or indifference. It all happens differently, and it takes a different amount of time because it all depends on how old you are, how you died. You know what I mean? So it's like it's so complicated of a problem. Um, I really wanted to explore how the world and how people would react. And I try to stay as accurate as possible to how people react. So I show positive, but I also show real ugly things that people do to each other in this
Yeah.
world. Um, so it was really hard when I wrote this in 2018. There's a lot of famine, riots, hard times. And then we
Yeah.
hit 2020 and we started to have hard times.
Yeah.
And like people that had read the script were like, you need to stop writing. I was like, I didn't create riots. I didn't create famine. It's happened before. It just sucks that here I am focusing on the story and then some of these things are starting to happen.
Right.
So it was real like art imitating life kind of moment.
I got you.
It's weird. Yeah.
So which writers did it for you in developing your writing process?
Ooh.
Never
Well,
ask a writer about their influences.
Kirkman, Hickman. I watch a lot of sci-fi movies, but anything that's like apocalypse, definitely, Kirkman and Hickman are my two biggest influences. Kirkman with all his twists, Walking Dead, Invincible, Oblivion Song, Outcast, like those are the big four. Hickman, the big one for me with him is obviously East of West. If you've read that series, it's an apocalypse. It's about the four horsemen of the apocalypse, and they're kind of clash within the four horsemen of the apocalypse and how things, and it's just so interesting that he wrote like an alternate history of North America and like how the country was broken up. It's like if the apocalypse had started before the Civil War, but now we're in that future. So it's really interesting of how everything's and how everybody interacts with each other and the technology and super gory. I love all that. Like, show me all the fights, show me all the blood, guts, and gore. I want to live in that moment and see, how people react. But
Now, see, I can actually hear you throwing that pitch at your artist. Show me the gore. Show me that moment.
I mean, this is not for kids. It's not. We do some really nasty stuff. I kill people in some really gross ways, and there's some trigger warning stuff in there that's really hard to see. But and I gave them permission. I was like, you be as gory as you want.
There you go.
Put in as much detail. You want maggots, do them.
The
you
book
want to
I'm
show
doing has the same kind of flavor in that it's a revenge story, and the person getting their revenge does some pretty unspeakable stuff, but I'm also the artist, so now I have to draw this crap that I came up with. And I'm like, why did I do this to myself? So yeah, I know what you mean. Those moments are intense, and they bring in intensity. And if the artist and the writer are on the same page, pardon the pun, then you get a fantastic product.
I love it. And that's what I like about my story is it's a slow build. Like we get progressively more crazy. Like, I give you Big James the Bear and the SHIT that happens because of that. But like we start building the world and building and like episode 8 is so crazy. I cannot wait for people to read that. I want to see the reaction from 8. And Marco, like I was like, I'm gonna challenge your art, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna challenge you, but it's like we slowly get there, you know what I mean? So episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4 is nuts.
I love
5 is even more crazy. And it's just
love how
he's
she
gonna have to
said
just go.
episodes, not issues.
That's because I come from production.
She said SHIT. I was like, I can't believe I had her on a stream with Christy. That's horrible.
I can say the word. I just, whatever. I haven't had my drink, Pops. I mean, when we were on Andrew's stream, when we were all drinking, it just went out everything.
I was going to say, I don't think I've ever heard anyone self-censor on Pop's channel.
That's funny.
We have a disclaimer for that. We don't. And it's because of Christy.
So how's this campaign going? I missed that part.
Funded, bro. She's
We're
funded today.
at 100 and something percent as of today.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we got 6 days left. Pops and I were saying, like, let's get to 100 backers. Let's get to $5,000. Let's get that nice cushion in case anything happens, you know. But it also helped me, like, if when we print the episode and like paper shortage or some stupid crap, you know what I mean? Like, let's make this thing. Let's make it for real. Let's make sure that, you know, we can get it to you in the time frame and in the confines of what we set as the budget. But we haven't even talked about all the cool stuff, Pops.
I know. And
well, before you go to the cool stuff,
yeah,
I hear you say episodes/issues. So are these like traditional floppy length, 28 to 32 pages per?
About 24 pages for this episode. They're all going to be around 24, 28 pages, just depending on what I'm trying to convey in the arc. And of course, we always want to be true to the story, so I'm not going to like say they're all 24 pages because some of the stuff, some of the episodes are very heavy on content. So we might go a little more than 24, just depending on, you know, just to wrap up that
But
episode's
you have written
arc.
all the way to episode or issue 8.
No, I've written 13 of the first arc,
That's
and I'm
what I
7
said,
issues,
13,
and I'm
people.
seven issues into the second arc. There will be a third arc. I don't know about a fourth. I don't know. I have an ending. I just don't know how many arcs it will take me to get to that ending.
Nice.
And you never know if you really want to get there anyway, do you?
I do, though. It's such a good ending. It's kind of like, you know, there's endings like Dexter, which are really terrible, and I feel like they just ended it because they had to. And then there's endings like Breaking Bad, where you know that was the ending from the beginning. And they were trying to pace it and to get there and have everything fall into place. And that's what mine is. You know what I mean? Like, it's not some half-assed ending. It's an ending that I've been thinking about since we started. So,
writers live for the ending. Pops.
Yes.
That's the
I
payoff.
know, but readers want the never-ending story.
Yeah.
But I have other stories.
Yeah. As a writer,
that's okay.
You want to get to that great big ending that you've had in your head. You know,
the best ones are the ones that when they do have an ending, they take one of the other characters and they branch off and do that person's story.
And we could.
You know, those are the best because then it doesn't end. It's like that universe, that store, that area, that locale, that the people that dude interacted with in the first story are still there. They got stories too. And you start telling them, you know, remember when you ran into this dude at Dead Gulch Grotto or whatever? You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is history.
Yeah, everyone asked me, was there going to be a sequel to my book? And I said, well, no. I mean, it's a one and done. And then, by God, the writer I worked with back in the 90s came out of the woodwork and he goes, no, here's what we're going to do. I'm like, who's this we, Kimosabe? And he plotted out a sequel. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Now I have to do it.
That's what happens when they're right.
That's okay. You can always join into the Cromniverse, bro.
That's
true.
Well said, Pops. Well said.
That's what you do.
And welcome, Nerdtorial Life Form.
Yeah, I like that. Good name. We are talking about Path of the Pale Rider by Laurie Calcaterra. And this is good stuff, yo. Like I said, it funded this morning and it gained another backer or two since then. I'm like, yes, roll with it. Roll. Got to get this lady a nice cushion because you guys know how Kickstarter is. Sometimes people forget that their card expires or whatever, you know, and you don't want her to go under her funding goal. Want her to still be able to have the money she projected needing to print these books. You know.
I got Pops. Let me ask you a question. Laurie doesn't get to answer this one. Doesn't her name sound like a character that should be in this book?
In my book or your book?
In your book, Laurie Calcaterra.
I don't think it would be Laurie. It would be Laura.
Lola Casatera. Oh, that rolls, Lola Casatera.
You see,
you know,
Laura Casatera. Yeah, it would be. You know,
I might have to steal your name and put you in my book.
Yeah, DC put me in the Peacemaker, so feel free.
There you go.
Yeah, if you watch the Peacemaker, there's this couple called the Calcaterras.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a Western, my friend.
Look at that.
Yes,
Look
and
at
the Pale Rider is it's a really good example of the style we're looking to project onto the page. That Clint Eastwood movie is awesome, and if you get the reference, it's the same reference from my title. The Pale Rider. Okay, so in the Book of Revelation, when they talk about the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, the 4th horseman is it says the 4th horseman will ride in on a pale horse, and he who sits upon him, his name is Death.
Yes.
So it's just a very apt title for this series because it's about death missing. Death is missing from this world, and something happened. So it might not figuratively be death, like he's not the horseman of the apocalypse, but the death process is broken and something is missing. So I've had other people interpret like, is Jude the Pale Rider, and is he death? And I was like, you have to read the comics, sir. Can't spoil too much for you. You never know. Like, I love twists, and I will twist the crap out of this one. Yeah. You're going to enjoy it.
We talked about that too, Laurie. We talked about like episode endings like Sons of Anarchy, where you'd watch the whole episode and then in the last 20 seconds you went, what the fuck?
Like, no, I need to see what happens next. That's what this is. A lot of the episodes I try to do that.
The only TV show.
They left from where it was going.
Yeah.
It was like, boom, took you all the way over there and just like slapped you in the head from the other direction. It was like, that was the way those episodes ended.
The only TV show that did that for me in, I guess, modern times was the reboot of Battlestar Galactica. It was like, I had to see the next one.
Cylon! What do you mean number 3 is what's her face?
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
And wait, and now we know how many there are, and they're everywhere? Like, oh my god. And then it's just like, am I a Cylon? Oh my god. You know what I mean? It was just such a well-written series, you know?
It was.
So,
And it was well acted, too. I mean, James almost... I was in the military, and James almost acted like a real commanding officer.
Yes.
I mean, he carried that kind of quiet authority, and you couldn't wait to
say we all.
So
he had the CO that was the mouth. That's what, you know, that he needed that mouth. So it's like such a, everybody had their flaws because they were human, and they brought that along with them. So it's like it was such a good series. I really enjoyed that one. So that you can see, like, that makes me excited. That's the kind of stuff that I like to write, you know?
Yeah. Yes,
like,
exactly.
I'm going to bring that to my readers as well.
All right, Pops, you got to come back. We're doing. I talked about the creative process, the writers and the artists. He talks about the campaigns, and I want to see more about the campaign.
He needs to scroll to the bottom because there's cool stuff that I have included with every single episode that comes out.
We pretty much covered everything except the cool stuff.
The cool stuff.
We talked about all this stuff before you came back, Doc. I'm sorry.
Here we are, stretch goals. All right.
Cool stuff.
So, being from a production company, back up. So the world is so big. So I wrote this gigantic world and all the crap that happens in it. When I wrote Jude's journey, you don't get to see all the cool stuff. You know what I mean? Because he has to be there for the viewer to see it. Now, being from a production company, I figured we could explore some of the other things that are happening in this world with short films.
That are outside of his experience. Okay.
Right. But they're still part of Path of the Pale Rider. So we have a short film attached to our Kickstarter campaign. It's our episode 1 short film. And we created a commercial for an undead retirement community called Pine Fox. not Pine Box. Pine Box is what they bury you in the West. This is Pine Fox. So let's watch it. It's really cool.
All right. Embiggenate it.
When it comes to an inspired and privileged retirement, Pine Fox is where you want to be. Quality of life, peace of mind, harmony, it's all here. The setting is beautiful and peaceful. The atmosphere is lively and enriching. The amenities have something for everyone and every interest. At Pine Fox, your health and well-being is a top priority. Our community is growing and just waiting for you to join us. If making the most of your AD years matters to you, the choice is clear. Pine Fox.
Katie, time to come in.
Okay, Mom.
For more information, call 216-555-3323 or visit pinefox.com today.
Wow.
It's not done yet. So there you go. You get a little peek into kind of what you would see on TV versus what's actually happening in the world. So you have this good juxtaposition of like white picket fences versus like violence and riots and so do you trust?
I gotta ask. I gotta ask the question everybody wants to know: is the weed good in Pine Fox?
They're undead, so I mean, it could be really good. I don't know.
I don't even know this guy.
Donors and Pine Fox.
I don't even know this guy.
We'll have to ask. We could write in a Cheech and Chong from Pine Fox point of view. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Was the little girl undead?
I could freewheel in Franklin my way through that.
You're funny.
It's a Freak Brothers thing,
So Pops is basically looking for his undead retirement.
Yeah, he wants to know if he can get weed while he's undead, so he can at least be happy through his decay phases.
Gosh,
he will find you. That's what we're supposed to do.
What were you gonna say, Doc?
I absolutely nothing.
About the little girl at the end, or
was she undead? The little girl.
Yeah, you didn't see she had the sunken eyes and she had a big old scar across her face.
Yeah, I did, but I wanted to make sure I saw what I saw.
Yes. So, I mean, but that's kind of what you're going to get from this. You might have we're going to pick a topic. And the thing is starting with episode 2, we're going to open these up to the readers to participate.
Nice.
So I'm going to pick a topic and everybody can send me like 30-second, film cuts, and I can edit them together so you could see yourself in the next short film if you want.
I think I would qualify. I feel like I've been decaying for years now.
Well, it's like we're gonna pick a topic. So I'm gonna say like next episode that comes out, we're gonna have the short film is gonna be about all the different conspiracy theories. So I think this will be really cool where people can theorize about what is causing the dead not to die. So it's like it almost I want to see like I'm gonna try and emulate like the end of Boondock Saints where the reporter's going around talking to people about whether they support the Saints or not, and everybody's kind of giving either an opinion or they're saying no comment. But it's like it's that kind of meta that I'm looking for, So it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing that. I really want to see what people pull out of just their places in their brain.
I already got ideas. I'm sitting here. And
I want to see it. I want to see it. I've heard some really funny and interesting ideas about what people think caused this.
He
So
sits around all day long with a tinfoil hat on under that hat.
That's cool. This is my tinfoil hat has turned into a golden crown so many times. You guys know I'm right. I'm telling you, you know I'm right. And then
I want to
tell you
see
my
exactly what you just did in the video. My tinfoil hat is golden. You know I'm right. It's this. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. And we're going to put it
That's
all
what I'm gonna
together.
give you. I'm gonna give you something just like that. You watch.
Cool. I'm excited. So then this last part, I'm pointing to the wrong side of the camera. This right here. This is the back cover of episode 1, and it's a riddle.
Okay.
If you solve this riddle, it will take you to some place in the real world. And those people will get additional content just for the people that solve the riddles.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
I like that kind of stuff.
I do too.
So it might be a picture, it might be a YouTube channel, it might be a podcast, it might be a phone number that you call and you can listen to a message. You might have to put in your address in and you get something in the mail from us. There's a lot of different ideas that I have. So this one, once you know how to solve this, it's easy. And I've talked about this, or I've given examples of this on my social media before. So if you want to know how to solve this and you're stuck, go look at my social media. When I talk about riddles, you'll figure it out. But I have plans for like Morse code and ciphers and invisible ink and QR codes hidden. It might be the answer is in the comic. It might be you have to solve the riddle. There's just so many layers of things to enjoy with Path of the Pale Rider. So you got the comic book where you can read the main story. You get the meat and potatoes, the death, dying, destruction. You know, that's the main thing. We want people to read the story. But there's also this rabbit hole to fall into where you can participate in the story and get more content and make yourself a part of what's going on. So it's different than most everything you're going to find out there because of those reasons.
Nice. Very nice.
Interaction is one of my favorite parts of the crowd.
I got to grab a cough drop. Be right back.
To be part of,
okay.
They get to be part of the campaign that, you know, in a lot of cases, drawn in tears, all kinds of different stuff, you know, where the fans get to participate. I love that stuff because I'm a fan.
Yes, me too. Like, I'm a fan of this kind of stuff. This is what I want to do with different comic books and different, you know, universes that have been built. If I get to enjoy and participate, I'm there. So you can see how passionate I am about this. You mentioned the drawing. We have that level. It's $100. We will draw you into the comic. Hopefully, like the next one, you know, if we have space to get you into the very next comic, that's what we want to do. So you're not waiting until episode 12 to see your face. But I want to warn everybody, we're going to draw you in, but we're probably going to kill you right away.
You're probably going to be a zombie or something. Yeah. You know.
I mean, but that's the cool part is we can bring you back anytime because you can be undead in this world and still be around and still, you know, with it for a short period of time. So yeah. So, I mean, we have t-shirts, we have merch, we have patches, keychains. Yeah, I got a limited edition sticker. I don't think all the stickers went yet. So there's still a limited edition sticker you can get. That's cool. We're going to run a limited edition sticker on every campaign. This being our first one, the minimum I can buy is 50, so 50 was the limit. You know, it's like going forward when we start picking up our readership, those are going to go a lot quicker. So keep that in mind.
So there's my two favorite tiers right there. You got the drawn-in tier and the wholesale purchase. My two favorite tiers on every campaign. Make it so the retailers can get a hold of some of your books and put them on the shelf. That's just good business.
It's smart, but I don't think anybody did it.
We have a lot of people who do it. We have one on our campaign. I encourage everybody to do that. I have been for 2 years since I started doing this. Getting books in the stores, that's still where most comic book people buy their comic books.
Yeah.
that's where you want your books. So, make them always put a retail tier up. All your campaigns.
Yeah, we
from
have that.
here
We
up.
have advertising. I got 4 advertising spots that are open if anybody wants to put their business in and it's in the middle so everybody will see it.
Let me
It's
see.
not
Where
like we
was that?
stick it at the end. I added that one there. I think it's go up because it's a $150 spot
Okay, advertising
around
spot.
somewhere. Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing you should offer with some of these tiers, with that tier, anybody that gets an advertising spot, maybe you should add a book to that.
Add a what to that?
A book. Give them a
A
book.
book?
Yeah, so they can see their
Oh,
ad. Give them a book.
I thought, did I not add a book? I will update that. You will get a
You know,
book with that. I think I
it
did that
just
one
says,
at like 2
just
o'clock
says
in the
half
morning.
page ad in the comic. Yeah.
You get a book with that.
Yeah, add a book. There you go. So those 4 people
Mm-hmm.
get a book with their ad. Here you go. That's
Yes. It must have just slipped my mind.
I do that
'Cause I was
with all
doing
this,
that one late at night.
with all the sketch cards and everything we do. It's like a book and the thing. The crochet crom. It was a book and the crochet crom. It was a book
Always
and
get a book.
because that's the whole point is getting a book in everybody's hand.
Yes.
So
That is the whole point is you get a book so you can enjoy the story.
definitely.
Yeah, so we got lots of different levels. We still got some stickers available. If people want a sticker, jump on those. We got add-ons. You can add on a shirt. You can add on a keychain. You could add on a variant cover. Yes, Doc.
You should have brochures for Pine Fox for the undead.
A little pine box ash can.
Just a little brochure.
No, but that's a future thing. But yes. I have thought of that. I have all sorts of things planned for the additional material, and that might be an additional material that you get. By the way, if you watch that video, if you see the logo, it's a skull with a negative space. Okay, I'm glad you guys got that. Not everybody can see that. The phone number is 555-DEAD, DEAD, if you were to type, little push buttons. And there was something else. I forget. There's there's so many different layers. Oh yeah, and then of course Pine Box instead of Pine Fox. So it's like when we create these things, there's all the different things that nuances that you can catch and see, and it just makes it so much more.
I love it. I love layers and layers and layers.
That's what we're about.
Well thought out stories. You know me.
Mm-hmm.
It's I like this story. You have to go back and read 3 times. You have to read that paragraph, and then you read 2 more pages, and you go, "Wait a minute!" And you have to go back and read that paragraph again because there was a third.
Do that.
I love that.
Right, but I do that with episodes. So you read episode 2, and then you get to episode 4, and you're like, "Wait a minute." Who is that? I saw that guy. So then you go back and you have to reread stuff and be like, aha! You know what I mean? I have some characters that are episode, well, it's in the second arc. It's in the whole second arc. Brandon! Hey! He's wearing that hat I want. I keep trying to buy that hat off of Brandon. He won't give it to me.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, Brandon?
I wear my hat today. See?
Yeah, I see.
I forgot what I was saying. Something about characters. Oh, my characters, some of them from the second arc are actually, they're in the first arc, but you don't know them yet. So I mean, it's just you have to go back and you have to reread it, and it's good. You'll have a fun time, everybody. So help us get to 100 backers. Come join the shenanigans. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We got a Twitter. We're everywhere. We got a webpage. We got 6 days left in our campaign. We made goal today, so I'm really happy and excited, and that this is coming to light, and everybody gets to have a copy of their book. I will definitely post lots of pictures of me holding the book when I get one. It's just going to be really cool. Yeah, I'm excited. Sorry, I'll stop talking.
Oh no, Pops was just saying he's got some bad noise in his
Oh.
location, so he's muted to not drown us out. His dogs, when somebody shows up, they sing the song of their people.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. Chainsaw outside or something. I don't know. Hopefully
Oh,
it don't last.
that sounds like a mower. A high RPM zero turn. That's what that is.
You know, it's Jack's like it's a John Deere 0 turn.
That's
with a deck that's at least
that's
14
a Series
inches.
620. That's a Series 620 is what that is.
Hi, Brandon.
Hey.
And Facebook user says Avalon. I don't know who Facebook user is though.
Oh
Who
yeah,
are
isn't
you,
that fun?
Facebook user? Who are you? Identify yourself.
Oh.
Oh no, Pops was just saying he's got some bad noise. Oh my God.
Oh, no.
Who is echoing like that? Stop it, whoever you are. I don't want to hear my
It's
voice.
not me.
Avalon.
It's not me.
I don't hear anything.
You don't have YouTube playing, do you?
No, not right now.
Okay,
Before I jumped in, I had it on, but
okay. All right. All right, Pops.
All right.
What's
Should I
next?
sign
What's the
off?
story? No, absolutely
say.
not. You hang out. You hang out. Hang out.
I have to feed my kids. I can hang out for a little bit. I have to feed my kids though, and then I have like 2 more interviews today. Because we got 6 days left, and yes, this was number 1, and then I have a 7 o'clock and an 8 o'clock because we like it that way.
wanted to say. This is something I wanted to say to you now, and I wanted to thank all your backers and everything because now she gets to have fun promoting. It's the pressure's off the shoulders. She's over the funding hump, but now she gets to have fun. So join her on this last week of her campaign on her little journey, and help
Victory
this
lap.
thing get like over 5K and get some more backers on this. You know what's up.
She's got to feed her kid, and I've got to go feed my wife. And get her tucked in because we get up really early around here.
Where are you at?
I am on the East Coast, and when we get up at 0400 every morning.
Why?
Yeah,
No,
it's
you don't have
crazy.
to answer that. You don't have to answer that, but
Because it's the most beautiful time of the day. It's very quiet, peaceful. Ease into the day instead of waking up and running with your hair on fire, because that happened to me once and I never got over it.
It's always peaceful.
we'll just have to agree to disagree on that. I don't get it.
It's a habit I got into in the military and it never left me. And fortunately, my wife is the same way. We don't even set a clock. We wake up at 4 o'clock. Boom, we're up.
Oh. God bless you.
Well, Doc,
'Cause I
thanks
can't
for
do
sitting
that.
in with us. You're always, always appreciated, my friend.
Always a pleasure,
Pops. We're going to talk to Brandon about this here Avalon.
Yep, and I will have you guys playing on the TV and the widescreen in the den, so I get to watch.
Who the heck calling you? What kind of crap is this?
All right, guys. God bless. Chat. You guys rock
Bye,
as
Doc.
always. Bye, Laurie. It's very nice to meet you. And what's your name again, sir?
My name is Brandon.
Brandon. That's right, Brandon. It's nice to meet you as well.
Nice to meet you as well.
You have a great night, Doc. And this guy, we got to talk to Mr. Avalon. I got somebody tried to call me just now. I got to just tell him, hey, look, we're doing a show right here right now, and you come watch, brother. You come watch this. So
talk to the chat.
There you go, Brandon. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are, what you do, why you're here, and then we'll go from there.
Well, I am Brandon Starocci. I am the creator of Avalon. I am the creator-writer of Avalon. I have 2 other people that work on this project along with me, and the co-writer, his name is Alan. He was in previous interviews. He couldn't be here today. And then my artist as well, Demetrius Nastos. He is a gentleman that lives in Greece that I have do the artwork, and he does a phenomenal job. And it's coming to fruition. I mean, issue 1 just came out in March this year, and we're looking at a July release for issue 2. And actually, we're just setting up a date to set up our Kickstarter for issue 2, probably within the next week or two, to get that running here.
Cool. You got to get a mailing list sign up page up real quick.
I'll sign up.
See,
I have no idea what that stuff is. I don't even know what that is, because we're new to this world, so I don't know anything about signups, Kickstarter. The Kickstarter was the first Kickstarter that we've ever done, and so all this stuff's very new to us, and we're kind of learning as we go along on how this
it's
all
like
works.
a little pre-launch page where people can sign up, and that way they get your updates and they know when you launch and all that. It goes to their email, and you get an email list to work off of.
Is that through the Kickstarter you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like you can't share your page. Like people can't find your page when you're in pre-launch status, but they'll send you a link that you can share. So you can put on your socials, or you can send it to people, and then all they have to do is there's like a green banner, notify me upon launch. So when they click on that, they're signed up. So when you hit the launch button, they all get an email at the same time that says, "Come back us."
Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
That's how they get. That's how you get the big first day, especially like people that ninja launch, that nobody even knows what they were doing, and they just launch. Is like they get a big first day because they had that sign up, and everybody that signed up knew they were launching. You know, it's like they didn't like. We do the launch parties and stuff because we like to have fun and get as many people to come out and back during that first day as possible. And the same thing with the countdown. You know, hey, it's your last chance. This thing's over in 30 minutes. Come get your book. Come get it. You know, because a lot of people forget. You know, it's almost over. Come get it.
Yeah, they're down to the last second. Like, I feel like that's what happened to us today. I posted on the socials. I was like, we got like less than a week. So if you've been waiting, or you're not, like, if you're not with it, you got like 6 days, people. And they were like, oh yeah, and I came in back. I was like, okay.
Exactly. You got to keep everybody up to date what's happening. And that's the great thing about it. Then when you do an update on your campaign, it goes to every one of them people on your email list. It goes to their email.
Brandon, did you freeze?
I think
no. Will it help you if I sign off? If it's just him on
No,
there?
I don't think that's. I don't think that's it. We're still here, so it's him.
Oh.
He'll be back. He's got the link. He'll be back.
But I feel like his story and my story are like twinsies. They're different, but like I don't know, they're distant cousins. So
well, I mean, I have his PDF, but I don't want to show anything he wouldn't want to show.
No. Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? I'd like to be able to show people stuff, but I'd never show something until, you know, unless the person's like, yeah, show page 1, 2, 3, go ahead. Then I'd be like, you know.
Yeah.
But not without him being here and okaying that. I can't do
that.
We
did like, oh, Brandon, welcome back. We just shared your entire issue.
Yeah, we just showed everybody all of it. You don't have to worry about making no money now.
Terrible.
But he does have a Patreon as well. Let me see. He's got a link tree. Let me put his link tree in the. I mean, it's in the description down there, but let me put it in the chat as well, so you can go check out what he's got going on. I need
to go get me an issue 1 of his story too, because if he's on issue 2, well, if he's gonna do a Kickstarter, he'll probably he's probably gonna do a catch up like at issue 1 and issue 2. So that's probably what I'll do.
Yes, you will. You will have a catch up tier on your campaign for book 2, right? Brandon. Oh, he's got it back. I think he's just got it back. That sucks. Because we like Brandon.
Restart.
Yeah, you might have to reboot that computer, bro, or something, because it like froze right back up on you. He's got the same expression on his face.
Aw, he froze in the same spot.
There he is. In fact, moving. He's moving again. What's up, Brandon? I'm gonna have to say it. Let's go, Brandon.
Oh no!
Come on, man. Come back. Oh. Now he's here twice. Look at that.
Damn. Yeah, I've been having a lot of trouble with my internet, so this is.
Look, there's two of you. That's awesome.
Oh, there was two of me?
Yeah, there is on the screen right now. There's like you and your evil twin. So.
Oh, damn. Yeah, he's probably the one doing this to me then.
Oh, man. I was gonna say Crown, but no, you have a mirror universe. You take.
Oh, there you go.
Evil
Okay,
Dead, you know what I mean? Damn.
Wow, we've seen it all on this channel. This is Warren Wolf watching over there in the Madness, watching on Facebook. So, how are you guys doing? How are you doing, Brandon?
I mean, I'm wonderful. Currently, I'm hot. My room upstairs is cooking. The internet sucks, but overall, I'm good.
Where are you at?
I'm in PA.
Okay.
See, you ain't that far away. It's a wonderful day here. Southwest Michigan, yo. I don't know. I've lived in a lot of places in America, and this is like the mildest winter. The summer's not overbearing. I'm like, yeah, I can live here. That's cool.
Right.
I don't know why.
It's not bad
From
here.
someone that's lived in Michigan for a long time, that's BS. The winters
But
are
I lived
terrible.
in Arizona for 35 years. I lived in Minnesota in my childhood, and then I lived in
well, that's
Arizona for
different.
35 years. So I've seen the cold and the heat, and I found some places got a little bit of both, but not too much. But yeah, oh, there you go. There's our dude. It's our dude, Glenn Fleming.
Why, thank you. Not about me right now. Look at Brandon's hat. I want Brandon's hat.
It's 11 o'clock
His
at
is
night
a one
over
of a kind hat. Really?
Yeah, right now it is for sure.
It's Hat Club, yo. It's Hat Club.
It's Hat Club.
Give us some hints on the second
Yeah.
issue, Brandon.
No, I don't want to know. I'm gonna have to go because I don't want spoilers. I want to read the first issue. So when you do your Kickstarter for issue 2, I'm gonna do the catch up, obviously, so I can get 1 and 2. But I don't want to hear anything because I don't want to. So I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna go cook dinner for my kids, and good luck. And let us know when you have that preview page up so I can go sign up for Notify Me upon launch.
100%. 100%. I'm definitely going to be working on that.
And I'll see you on Sunday.
Yes, you will. I have my countdown on Sunday.
If not sooner, I'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
I'll see you
too. That's awesome that you
Thank
made your goal,
you.
too. Yes.
Thank you. I know. Today was a good day. All right, guys.
I still do need to get mine. Yep, have a good one.
Okay, bye.
All right, let me see. I was saying to everybody when you went out, it's like I'd like to show some of your stuff, but I don't do that without them person being here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you're good.
It's like I'd never like just pull up pull up your book and start showing it off without you being here to control how much it actually gets shown off. You see what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah. No, we're pretty lean back with it. I mean, the more the merrier. Let's get it out there and all that stuff. Obviously, for people who want to buy it, obviously try to avoid big spoilers. But yeah, it's however we can get it out there.
All right. So I just downloaded to the computer. Let's see if I can figure out how to show this off without screwing everything up. If I kick myself out, just hang out. I'll be right back.
I'll just hang out here with anybody.
Let's see. I mean, I have no idea. It might work. It might not. Usually I have to like put it in my messenger, if you know what I mean, so that I can then pull it up on the screen.
Right.
It's
trust me, I don't know how to do a lot of this stuff either. So you're not alone on that.
It's like they won't just let me pull it up. I have to put it somewhere where I can,
right,
where I can look at it. So let's see. I send it to myself is what I do. Let's see. Where is it now? Okay. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to figure this out. Oh, there we might have it.
You got
Hold
it?
on. Hold on. It might be there. Oh, look at that. There it is.
Cool. There we go.
Boomer vision, baby. It took a minute, but we figured it out.
You got it. You got it.
All right. So this is number one, Avalon.
Number one. Yep.
Do you want to give us a little rundown on the team real quick before? Oh, you did already. That's right. You said it was from Greece. And when you said that, it's the first person. I've interviewed people from all over the world and talked to people. That's the first time I've heard of a team member being from Greece. I've been doing this for 2 years.
Right. Yeah. I'm so glad I found him and all that stuff. He does an amazing job. There's a lot of things like that I've said in the past where in the beginning, it was kind of like both of us were trying to feel each other out and what kind of direction we wanted to go with this and all that stuff. And then after that and after issue 1 and moving on to issue 2, there's a lot more that we kind of come together with. And here's a lot of ideas that he has. And I'm like, okay, let's just roll with it. And there's a lot of ideas that I'm stubborn to and that they need to be a certain way. But we definitely grew as like as a team there and gained a lot of chemistry together over the year we've been working together on this comic. Yeah.
All right. So story rundown. What do we got here?
This story is about the Castle family, which you can kind of see there. Andy is on the top there. To his right is his brother Mason and his other brother Ty. To his left is his partner Miller, and the bottom two is dad and mom. But you're following this family. It's a dysfunctional family, just like how everybody has their everyday problems with each other, and they can't just ignore each other. They can't just shun each other and all that stuff. There's a thing that obviously the apocalypse kind of breaks out, so it kind of forces them to deal with their problems that they've had in the past amongst each other and the feelings they've had with amongst each other as well. And there's a lot of things that they deal with as individuals and as a group, as a family, that they have to move past. They need to actually talk to each other, and they need to go through these things together, along with this huge apocalypse that's going on, which you see in issue 1 here.
Can I crack a joke about the bottom panel?
Yes.
Yeah, they don't knock; they boom. Boom, boom.
I could do a third print kind of deal and just switch it.
But yeah, there you have it. Cops are at the door, yo.
Yeah, yep.
But nobody's home, right? Oh, this is earlier. Okay, earlier. Got to remember them little boxes.
Yep.
I love them little boxes. Do you remember back in the Marvel days when they would have a little box down at the bottom that had an asterisk with a reference to whatever they were talking about from 8 books ago in a different title series, just because somebody mentions anything, and there's like, and they would use it to get people to go look at them other books too, right?
A good selling point, definitely. It is funny because that stuff. Like, I still have to figure out how to incorporate that into my project. Like, I know what you're talking about when you're reading it and all that stuff. Like, oh, damn, I got to go all the way back and, okay, now I figured it out. Now you got to read it again. But it's something that I don't really do the boxes too much, but even in the future issues that I've written so far. But maybe I'm thinking that might be something I develop over time as well.
I'd like to see more in indie comics where somebody references somebody else's book and then puts a little box down in the corner telling you, check out Tales from that verse by Simon, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like just for everybody to help cross promote each other,
Of course. It's always
just
a cool
one
thing.
sentence in the story just gives you a reason to put that little box down there. It references somebody else's campaign or somebody else's existing IP or whatever.
Right, 100%.
Help everybody out, So it looks like it's going to start snowing. It's already snowing in the city. What sucks.
Yeah. Right where I'm at, the winters here are horrible. And the weather here goes from 60 degrees and then it goes to 10 degrees the next day. It's something. This takes place in our hometown that I live in and all that stuff. So that's another thing that small little, I guess, hint of the future is we're going to be playing with the weather a lot here coming up and all that as well. I mean, because it's not really. I mean, you'd be stupid not to know because they're talking about it.
Right. It's going to be the worst winter they've had in a long time. And no, he's not. Pa ain't looking forward to driving in that. I can relate.
Right, right.
You'll get that experience soon now that you're 16. Oh, yeah. The kids all like, yeah, why couldn't I just stay home?
I know everybody at that age is like, why couldn't I just stay home and all that stuff? So, and that's another thing we wanted to focus on as well. And that's another thing that me and my Alan that helps me write this are really focusing on is real life people, people who need medications to move on, who need assistance to move on to day-to-day life. And this is kind of portrayed and all that stuff as we move forward, that these are real people. These aren't characters. These aren't characters that are in a movie where they're in an apocalypse and then you just deal with the apocalypse. This is people that have real problems, real individual problems, and all that stuff that they're going to have to deal with in apocalypse. Because there's just a lot of things that I've seen, like Hollywood-wise, that just kind of like focus on one part of the story with like the apocalypse, the flashy zombies, the cool zombies. But this is focusing on the realness of each character and the problems that they have to deal with.
Yeah, and it's family that has to like count on each other and stick together and shit,
Right. Yes. But with that being said, too, it has its problems as well. These characters will have these problems, and like you said, the family idea is to stay together too. So you're fighting a lot of that.
Oh, and here we go. This is where it starts, right? Phil. It's Phil's fault.
Yeah, all Phil's fault. Damn Phil.
What can I say?
Yeah, we all know a Phil that starts the stuff,
I know a few Phils, and I only know one that's really cool.
Yeah, they're always the problem people. Like right here, it's right here, starting all the bullshit.
And then I'll have to throw a little shout out. I do love me some Phil Mickelson. I'm just saying. The golfer in me loves him anyway. So yeah, Phil didn't come into work. He got bit. Some drunk girl stumbled over to him and bit him. Where was he? He must have been at a bar, right? Because it doesn't say. He just says he texted me and said some drunk girl stumbled over to him and bit him. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's crazy. I agree with Paul. That's crazy. He went to the hospital in the middle of the night because he started feeling pretty sick. Now he's a zombie. He's a zombie. Haven't heard from him yet. Now, we all know how Phil gets. He can be a little dramatic.
See, that's point proven right there.
Oh, shit. That could be the best line of the comic. I'm just saying. So, kid's trying to dip, right? He's like, I'm out. I got to go to the bathroom. He's trying to dip, though. He don't even want to be there,
If you want to, you could skip up to probably page 8, and it shows a difference. I think that's page 5 or 6.
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself. Andy's calling. Who's Andy?
Yep.
Andy a cop? What? Andy's a cop?
Yep. Andy's a cop along with his partner Miller there. Yep.
Right. And he plans on coming out to the house so he can bring his gift tomorrow for his birthday, right? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Okay. And dude's feeling all guilty because he ain't been there for his family.
Right. Yep. It's kind of showing and foreshadowing something to come and all that stuff with, it's Andy not being around quite a bit and all that stuff. So, this is his effort to kind of push back into his family's life and all that stuff. So that's part of the problems that this family is going to be dealing with, along with this apocalypse kind of hitting it and forcing that action.
Yeah, I'm just kind of reading it as we go.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay, so now hold up. Isn't that his little? Isn't that dude? It looks like dude. It's not dude. Oh, he's gone. That was weird. Was it one of them? Oh, so they know about them? They know about the zombies?
Not necessarily, but that I don't want to get into it too much, but it is something that's going to be touched upon for sure.
I'm on with the person we're showing off his book right now. See?
Dinner.
Say hi, Brandon.
Hi. It's
Hello.
spaghetti. Get your dinner.
I will get my dinner when I'm done with my show, sweetheart. That's how I got to do it. Yeah, I know.
When does it end?
I don't know. When we're done talking about this book. What do you think of that?
Because I got to earn some money to get something.
You got to earn some money.
Yeah, and one of them is putting away dinner. And if I earn all the money and buy it today, I'll get it tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be up there in a little bit and make my dinner. Or you could just put some on one of them green plates for me.
How much? How much is dinner?
Well, I'm not fat. Come on. I don't eat that much. Jeez. Yes. So, okay. So, where were we? Oh, yeah. So the dude didn't say nothing to him. And got him some food. They're going to eat. Uh-oh. Time to go to work. Yep. Always right when they get their food, right?
Yep.
Oh, head over to 2000 Danier Street. They got a call for a welfare check. Here we go. So the cops are on their way. These guys are just done eating, and they're good. They're good. Oh, kid didn't eat. You guys got cake? Well, of course we got cake. They aren't going to sing when they bring it out, are they?
Nobody likes that stuff too, you know?
Oh, God, I remember how embarrassing that is.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yes. Can someone tell them not to do that? I don't want everybody looking over here. Yeah, that's it. Can we get that cake to go? Oh, and there's a zombie dude coming through the door. Oh, there's a guy out there screaming. I think he's hurt. And there's a guy in here screaming. Old Pa's like, get your hands off me, dude. Okay, it looks like we're here. The cops are at a different residence. And they're doing a welfare check. I'm Officer Castle, not Frank. And Officer Miller, not Frank. Why, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You don't like these, right?
No, you're good. That was perfect. I'm good right there. Thank you very much.
I didn't ask you wanted a lot.
No, that's perfect. Thank you.
What do you got there? What do you got there for dinner?
Some spaghetti, bro.
Mm.
Some spaghetti. So yeah, let's see. I like that, Frank and Frank. I can't help it. You know, I'm wired that way. It's strange that no one has heard from Miss Martin for the last few days. So you remember at the beginning when the cops was knocking on the door, Miss Martin. We back. Yep. We're there now.
Yep. Now we're here.
Now actually banging the door. Look, we'll let that little tap. Come on.
Just a welfare check, you know.
Unlock the door. Let us in. Oh, but the chain's on the door. So now they got to kick the door in. Yep. Because, you know, it's a welfare check. We're not paying for that damage either. I'm just
No. Hey, there was a crash, so they decided to check it out.
Yeah. No. So here we go. Miller, are you good? Oh, there's a cat. Oh, we got blood. Oh, Mrs. Martin? Well, shit. There she is. and check to see if she's breathing. Yeah, nobody wants to touch her.
Oh no.
Did you get a look at her neck? Yeah, it looks like a bite. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. Zombie. Zombie's coming. Yep. The bitch bit me. Here we go. See that? See that? You know what's up. So, what kind of side effects can you expect from one of your zombie bites?
So I'll say a little bit, because this is something also part of the story that we plan on elaborating as time goes on as well. It's so it's going to follow traditional zombie things that you get bit, you turn, and all that stuff. But there's going to be a minor twist that we kind of put into our world that we develop with the story over time as well. It's something I would like to speak more on. It kind of sounds like not a lot of information. You're kind of like wondering, okay, like what the hell? But we promise that we're going to stretch it out as time goes on, and as these issues come out, that we're going to explain more and more as they come out and understand it as days go by in this comic book and all that stuff. But it holds traditional values, and also has its own kind of like little twist that we're bringing to it as well, that's relevant to the story plot and all that.
We pretty much just showed everybody book 1. Okay, if you like what you saw and you want to see what happens in book 2, you know what's up.
Yes. It's something where issue 2, it kind of wraps up a lot of that stuff that we kind of foreshadowed in issue 1. Issue 1 was more of like a world builder, character builder, kind of give you a good understanding of what's going on in this world that we're creating. And issue 2 is kind of like touching more up on that. And a lot of issue 2 is, I would argue honestly, and I'm not trying to sit there and bash issue 1 or anything, but the writing is better, the art is better, everything kind of developed in issue 2. So yeah, I think people are going to be excited.
We expect, though. That's what we expect. The progression we want, and that's why we like to get on early, like book 1 in these indie comics, because we get to watch you guys as it gets better.
That's why I enjoy indie comics as well, because like you said, you see the writer and even the artist again, like just develop over time, because it's hard to kind of, you got to just throw it out there, get it out there, and then you grow with the story itself, and that's kind of something that we're pretty much proud of, because I have up to like 8 issues written right now, and a pretty good understanding of where this story is going. And in my head, I have like up to like 30 issues right now, and it's going to continue on as long as I have ideas and before I mess it up and destroy the comic itself. But yeah, we plan on making it ongoing and all that stuff. But I have 8 issues written, and we're still going on and all that stuff. So we'll see what happens. I'm pretty confident of where it's at, and storytelling wise, I'm excited to get it out there as much as possible.
Cool. So, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Oh no.
The biggest publisher, the one that you really want your book to be up under, if you had to go up under a publisher, okay, they're on the phone right now. They just called you up and they said, Brandon, we kind of like what you got going on here. I got about a minute. Give me a reason to bring you up underneath our umbrella. What would you say to them?
Okay, so this is what I'll say. I understand where you're going with it, but it's all kind of cool in the way me and my partner are doing it, Alan Dingfelder, because right here, like when you look on the front,
right,
1282 and all that stuff, that's kind of our business within the business, if that makes sense. Okay. So it's kind of like one of those sticky situations where I don't know too much if I would jump on another, publisher's kind of deal, because this is kind of something that we want to push as well, because there's other projects we're also working on and other team members, but this is just a part of this 1282 business that I'm the creator of and the part of. Right. So it's kind of
I totally get it. I totally get it. You're building your own brand. I'm saying, but what if somebody comes at you with the real money and they're like, give me a reason to go print 40,000, 50,000 of your books tomorrow and put them in the stores. It's like, what are you going to say?
Yeah, I mean, to entertain the thought that the question you're asking is that there's the difference is we have confidence. We have confidence in this project. The storytelling atmosphere of all this stuff, and this is where I believe that I separate from other zombie genres where they get lost in the zombie and in the apocalypse. I'm trying to bring in the realism to characters, people who have medical issues, people who have real life issues, people who have family issues, because everybody has those deals. There's some people who can't live without medication. There's some people who can't deal with stress without medication. So a lot of that stuff is going to be implemented in this story. And with these characters that we have branched out, there's so much real in it. There's so much of my life. There's other people in my life that influence the story. There's a lot of influence on the story that brings the realism into it. And I think that's people will grow after issue 1. I mean, it's hard to tell with issue 1, but people, as you start to read more and more issues that we have written out right now, you're going to understand that, oh, this is a little different than the other stuff. This is something where it's not the typical zombie, show or comic or whatever it is, or story. This is something separate, but in the same genre. It's still the zombie genre, but a new version.
You just did a real good job of separating yours from others, and why a big publisher would want to have you up under his umbrella. You pretty much did exactly what I asked you to do. You gave, you gave an answer that, if somebody like that was listening or talking to you on the phone, they'd be like, yeah, okay, I get it. Your story's this different from others in these reasons. And that's basically what I was saying. Give us the pitch, but pitch it like you're pitching it to somebody who's holding $1 million
as the money in their hands, right?
Yeah, pitch it like you're pitching to somebody who's holding $1 million as opposed to 50.
Definitely. I knew we were going
to that next level when you're doing that pitch too. You see what I'm saying? It's like, like you're pitching it to the biggest, to Elon freaking Musk.
Yeah, where are you, Elon? Come on.
Yeah. If everybody thought that way when they're self-promoting and thought about it that way, you're not talking to Pops, you're talking to Elon fucking Musk, and he has $1 million to invest in you. Look at all these interviews like that, man. It's like that will bring up the enthusiasm and everything, man. And it's like that's when you get to Brian Pulido level of promotion, where it's turbocharged, and everything fired up, and you know what I mean. It's like money would do that to you, bro.
Definitely, 100%. We'll see what happens if something comes of this. Maybe I'll turn into that turbo time guy.
That's what I'm saying. That's if you're pitching it like that all the time from the beginning, then it's not something that you change into. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I understand 100%. And that's just the thing. That's why I knew we were going with that question, but it's kind of like a sticky kind of weird thing. Cause like I said, with that 1282, we're trying to use our own brand and with other projects as well, but 100%, like you said, like that's what, I mean, just to sell myself in general. That's why anybody who likes this kind of genre, anybody who likes comic books, anybody who likes realism and all that stuff, I think Avalon would be for you. There's going to be real conversations, real actions of these characters that deal with these stresses and all that stuff, and you're going to get a lot of that in this comic. If you're not too much of a fan of the end of the world kind of deal, then I think you're just going to get lost in the characters as itself. And then the end of the world is just kind of like a subsection to all of it. And we're pretty confident in what we got right now, and that's obviously why we're here. Otherwise, we wouldn't be.
You can go check out Avalon Comic Linktree. You see, he's got Patreon, all kinds of stuff going on over there. It's right here in the chat. Go check it out, yo. Is there anything you want to give the people at the last minute? What's like where they can find you, socials, that kind of stuff? Yeah.
You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on, pretty much any kind of social media platform, kind of like on that Linktree. Currently, issue 1 is out. It's been out since March. We're looking for more buyers. We're looking to get it out there as much as possible. Issue 2 is almost done. We're looking at a July release for issue 2, and we're looking for, I know it's not technically quarterly, but quarterly releases, and we're going to keep doing it out as well. So kind of stand by for that. And we're definitely open to people letting us know what they think, conversations with random people. If you want to message us, we're always excited to message and meet new people and all that stuff. We're doing book signings and all that stuff. We're kind of around the PA area. So just kind of stand by and look out for us as much as possible. We're excited to kind of get this ball rolling faster and faster as time goes on.
All right, you other podcasters, you know what's up. Hit dude up. Get him on your shows. Let's get some eyes on this. You know how we do it.
100%.
Brandon, thanks so much for coming out. Thanks for giving us your time and letting us run through book one. If you guys go back and look real slow, you'd probably be able to read the whole comic. I'm just saying.
Get your glasses
button, page for page, right? There it is.
Yep. Anyway, we can get it out there. We love all the support and all that stuff.
Right on. You have a good night, my friend. I'm gonna eat this spaghetti.
All right. You too.
All right, man. I'm gonna play me our favorite commercial out of all of them, and then I'm gonna go eat some dinner. You guys have a great night. You know what's up. It's a little bit about comic books for kids.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit CB4